Yeah, this one's gonna be fun. I think. You know what? Let's go ahead and get on right into it. Let's go,
This
folks.
is Thugnificent telling everybody to tune in to New Blurred Order, my nigga. The best podcast on the planet Earth, nigga.
All righty. Good morning. Good morning. What's popping? Everybody out there in the blurred sphere. It's your favorite blurred click, ready to talk blurred shit. And there's plenty to discuss this morning. I'm your boy, the real Vince Taylor, followed by the homies. And listen here, I'm just gonna tell you right now, before anybody who rolled their eyes and was looking up and was like, man, I don't feel like talking about all this. I'm the same, okay? That's not what this is about. All right, we don't get too political on the show, but this did cross over into the stream of our type of content. So we'll discuss that without going into the vows of left, right, red, white, blue, all that other good stuff. But there's also a couple other things like Foundation had a finale. Did you see the Foundation finale? Because it is like, what? And Strange New Worlds had a finale. And I ain't gonna lie, it didn't deserve the applause. And Alien Earth is still out doing his thing. Peacemaker still doing his thing. But let me start with the Justice Lead for today. All righty, as we said before, yes, it has been a weird week, and if you live on the same internet that I live on, you probably noticed that there was a lot of a lot of commotion, a lot of discussion this week about certain, let's just say, about somebody, meeting their untimely demise. All right, and listen, you want to go into the ins and out of all of that and whether it was warranted, whether it should have happened, this, that, the third. I didn't get it all that. Whether or not it happened as a conspiracy from the people on stage. What I want to talk about is how it impacted the release of Red Hood. Look, there's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, the young man, the God forgive me. Don't even forgive me. It's hard. I'm finding it hard pressed to not call a man a demon. All right. But it is strange to me because I see this as literally a direct impact of the hate that he put into motion. Let me walk this back a little bit. Let me do this, guys, because I'm about to go down a whole rabbit hole here. Okay, so things about to get a little crazy. So let me just take a step back, and before we get into where we are, which is with the comic book being canceled, let me walk this back just a tiny bit. So the reason why I'm hearing this has been canceled is because this young lady by the name of Gretchen Felker Martin, who is trans, did tweet after the events of this week that, she wasn't necessarily so, let me say it like this, wasn't necessarily so sad about whatever it was that took place. Okay. And she expressed that in a tweet that looked a little something like this. Thoughts and prayers, unite. Now, all right, before let me be clear for the record as well. I don't know for 100% fact that the actual tweet on the top is valid. I do know for a fact that the one at the bottom is valid. Now, as to what is real and what's not, I'll leave that for you to decide. But let's just say as a result of this, now the comic book has been canceled. So knowing this, to me, it's kind of strange because trying to tread that line, but I thought that this dude's whole thing was about free speech.
Now, only for certain people.
Well, yeah, free speech when it's not, necessarily there, to support your cause, right? So we're joined by, man, we got a whole panel today. Let me go ahead and bring everybody on into the convo real quick because I literally don't want to spend too much time on this, y'all. Like legit, like it's a whole thing. And shout out to everybody for being here, man. But if I can keep it real with you, the thing that's most good morning, Yaz, good morning, Ty. Yo, Ty got the new background. That's what's good, man. You seen Alien Earth this week?
Of course.
Shit's crazy.
Right. We're gonna chat on that. Good morning, Yaz. It's good to see you. That's all back on the panel. Before we go too deep into this subject, my whole thing is not about what I don't want to get into the you know the hate and all of that, because that's obvious. We all have our feelings, we all got all that, whatever. But the firing of this young lady or whatnot as a result of her tweet, I just want to know if this is warranted. Was DC so afraid? Where is the bar? All right, let me just go back here real quick, guys. Just follow me down this little bitty rabbit hole, okay? Just follow me if you can. So let me read this article for you real quick. So for those not in the know, shout out to the comment section. Following massive backlash, DC Comics has officially canceled trans writer Gretchen Felker Martin's Red Hood series after just one issue. The first issue was released on Wednesday, but DC has now pulled the plug on all future installments. This is from Cosmic News in an article by Matt McGloin written on September 11th, which was just a couple days ago, okay? In a notice sent to comic book retailers, DC said DC Comics cancels existing orders for Red Hood 2 and 3. For any orders for future issues of the series, DC Comics will credit retailers for all invoiced copies of Red Hood, inclusive of copies that may have already been sold. Why was the series canceled? When asked by Popverse about the reasons behind the cancellation, DC Comics issued a broader statement. At DC Comics, we place the highest value on our creators and community and affirm the right to peaceful, individual expression of personal viewpoints, posts, or public comments that can be viewed as promoting hostility or violence are inconsistent with DC's standards of comments. The move follows backlash after Felker Martin, who celebrated the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk on social media, which I would disagree with the way that that's being worded, because she really literally just gave a quirky comment. Felker, previously written on the story on Harley Quinn, DC announced her Red Hood ongoing series for mature readers. Charlie Cook, founder of Turning Point USA, was assassinated while hosting an event at Utah Valley University. He was shot on stage, and President confirmed his death. Okay, now, having said all of that, the thing that's messing me up, guys, is this is coming from the same DC universe that gave us a movie called The Flash, right? If I recall, in The Flash, there was a man named Ezra who had been arrested multiple times, once for slapping a chick at like a karaoke bar. Now, before you jump in the comic book world and the movie world, completely different, that's my question. Where's the bar? Where's the unanimity? I don't know if this feels, I don't know. It feels like fear of retaliation. And why is the fear of retaliation against those, in my opinion, that aren't the ones that commit the most atrocious acts? You know what? I hope the bullet's okay. That's what he gets fired for. I want to remind you guys that James Gunn was fired from Marvel. I want to remind you, he was fired from Marvel after having a hit movie called Guardians of the Galaxy because he had a tweet that said, "Oh, my shower isn't working. It feels like a little boy's peeing on me." And he was fired. And now he's got a bunch of shows coming out, and he looked like he's going to do just fine. My question is, man, is the bar, the standard, being held up for the wrong people? And I get it. This is a company, not an individual. But at the same time, damn, this is not literally like something that if the thoughts and prayers you Nazi bitch, I ain't gonna lie, that part, that's a lot. All right, that's a bit of a lot. But I hope the bullet's okay. That does not seem to be that hard of a comment. That's more of a, I'm gonna bring you in, we're gonna push you to the back, you still gonna get your check. The comic book lives, but we may have to push back on your full frontal involvement, because there's a whole lot of other artists, writers, a lot of other folks that are associated with this project. And so this to be kind of like the standard that they're making, I don't necessarily know. Now, Nolly had some interesting comments. I'm not gonna put you out there. Um,
I'm just
but
saying, it's crazy how silent he is about gun violence right now. But also, I think it's important to point out that only certain people are spared from cancel culture. White people first and foremost, white men first and foremost. Anyone in a marginalized community is always going to get the shit end of the stick when it comes to freedom of speech. Freedom of speech only applies to certain people. And that's it. Like, it's crazy.
Well,
and it's wild too that like a company that produces superhero stories, where a lot of these stories are based on marginalized individuals, will not stand up for their marginalized writers for expressing freedom of speech. It's not like she incited a riot or told people that this is what needs to be done to other people like him. She just made a snarky comment just like everybody else. But he could say Black women are not capable of profound thoughts, and that's why they need to steal job opportunities from white men. And he was fine until he wasn't. Hated trans people so much, but he transitioned real quick. It's a lot. I don't condone violence, but I do understand that we are currently at a tipping point in America where there are two extremes right now. And unfortunately, we're at the spot, if you study history and you follow history, we're at a spot where a revolution is imminent. And unfortunately, that's kind of where we're headed. So more of these events are going to happen because we're at the point where extremes are pushing people to extremes. And a lot of people are becoming radicalized, and some in a good way and some are not in a good way. And so while I don't condone violence, I'm not going to spend time showing empathy for a man who had no empathy for the hundreds of children that die at school every day because he said their deaths were worth it for gun ownership.
Yes. I honestly, there is a report. There's a guy, Tony Baker. Y'all are familiar with Tony Baker, right? Yeah, as you know what Tony Baker is. Tony Baker, he made a comment about this, and he got a little bit of backlash, as a lot of folks are, because for some reason they want us to empathize with the people that hate us. They want us to feel bad about people that would really literally stand over your grave and be like, that's what you get.
Why do we always have to be the bigger person?
We don't.
While looking at how history treated us. Why do we have to be the bigger people? Why?
It's unnecessary. We don't. And I think that this thing sums it up. This is a little long, but hang on with me for the ride, because I think it's well worth it. But just hang on with me just for a second, guys. We're gonna go down this little rabbit hole and we'll come right back.
So I got this DM this morning. He might have sent it last night. Maybe it came in this morning. But this is in regards to a post I put up in my story regarding the Charlie Kirk incident. And this is what this person said. As you can see, you're fucking sick. I pray for people like you, Black people like you, easy the reason why the Democrats lost and won't win another election. You cry evil and mock someone's death because you don't agree with what he was saying, the truth about Black culture and the rap music we glorify. I really looked up to and thought you were better than that. I pray for you, and it sucks I have to unfollow you. Here's the thing. Unfollow me, but please follow a grammar page of some sort. That's what I want for you in your life. I want you to follow a good grammar page that talks about punctuation and proper grammar. That's who I want you to follow instead of me. I will take the unfollow that you had to tell me about, and I really want you to follow a grammar and grammar pronunciation. I want you to follow those pages because I'm sure they're out there. You know what I'm saying? Out the gate with the you was already wrong out the gate. Regardless of the fact that, you was mad at me because I just, posted on my story about the irony of what Charlie was talking about and what ended up happening to him. And I'm not glorifying anything. I'm just showing the irony. And, you know, you can't, one thing, people, you can't force people to feel strong remorse and sympathy for people that won't extend you the same courtesy. Right?
That's the point.
You know, I don't like the fact that Charlie Kirk was murdered like that. I don't like that at all. But I honestly, in my heart of hearts, based on the things that he has said publicly, repeatedly, I don't think he would give a damn about me or anybody that looks like me if I was murdered. I honestly don't. That's how I feel. And so, you know, my condolences to his children. But I just, you know, I don't have like I can't be fake though either. So it's tough. But
It's not. But just to kind of close off on this subject, man. I don't know if y'all have any thoughts, Ty, Yaz. But I hope this isn't something that spirals us into something else, because I don't want to lose no more Red Hood comics. Like, I don't want to lose no more content over this. And I feel like they want this to be a catalyst, but I wore this for a reason. Like, a lot of the folks on here was murdered. All right. And when it happened, like, I'm gonna just say this real quick. My mom, one of the few things, you know, because Black folks don't like to relive trauma, you know. So I remember, like, growing up, trying to ask my grandma in Albany, Georgia, who grew up in racist Albany, Georgia, where Martin Luther King had to actually come and march. And I used to try to get things out of her. I'm like, man, did you face a lot of racism? Oh, baby, but hey, that was back then. Okay, but I asked my mom, who's of a different generation. She's like, yeah, they used to throw rocks at us. Oh, yeah, we used to have to take different routes on the way to school because they would make fun of us if we go down a certain street. Oh, yeah, we would have to make sure that we didn't go down a certain street riding our bikes. One thing specifically that I will never forget is my mom actually told me that she remembers what it was like to walk around after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, and how white folks would come to her face and be like, we got that nigga. We got him. What y'all gonna do now? What y'all gonna do now? This is no social media. They would go directly up into her face. And she's just one young lady in the little city of Dougherty County, Albany, Georgia. Can you imagine all the other little kids that now? I know that's over 60 years ago or 50 years ago. All right, blah, blah, blah. But my point is, when your people that you look up to have something happen to them, that's your issue to deal with. Don't come over here asking us to feel the same way you do about your hero, because we don't. And don't get mad when we don't, because guess what? Not only free speech, but free thinking, like, that's just the way things work. So yes, unfortunately, you guys are exposed to a social media culture that makes it so that you can see your peoples who don't agree with you's thoughts. That does not mean that you go pick up arms and go to FAMU or Howard University or Spelman because you feel like some black dude was literally a freaking sniper. You think you got John Stewart in real life over there worried about some dude at Utah? We got bills and things to worry about. Ain't nobody finna sit there and waiting for this man to put the microphone down. If we gonna do anything, it's gonna be boop, boop, bloop, bloop, let's drive by. It ain't finna be no, I'm finna sit here for 3 or 4 hours, wait for him to move his mic. So stop trying to involve us. And yes, if you feel bad, that's for you, not me. So you go ahead and hold that within your own self. And I hope that works out for you in the end, sitting there loving somebody who hates everybody else for being who they are. Any comments, guys? And let's move on to something happier. Nope. All right, let's go ahead and move right along. Now, in other news, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but actually, you know what? Can I move on to something a little funnier? All right, cool. Because I feel like I might have. Did I fuck the move up? I fucked the mood up. I did. I fucked the mood up. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go into something a little lighter then. How about this? You guys are video game fans. Tell me if you're looking forward to this project. Oh, quick, Vince. Hurry. You're losing the room, Vince. Hurry that shit up. Hurry up. Right. Find it. Did you find it? I didn't find it. Where is it?
How's everybody doing?
Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead. Here I go. Got it.
Super Mario Brothers movie sequel, we finally got the official title. Here's my reaction to it.
Coming next spring.
Yes.
Please take a look at this.
It's the movie. Hold on. It's the movie. It's got to be the movie. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, it's so pretty. Ah, Money Ball, yeah. Okay. The music. Don't make me cry this morning. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's so pretty. We go into space. Oh, it's not Super Mario World. It's Super Mario Galaxy movie. Yo, Rosalita, baby.
The name of the new movie.
It's Super. Oh, we all thought it was gonna be Super Mario World. It's the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Nintendo always think we know what you're doing, and they like, you don't know what we're doing. Ah, he's going into space, baby. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Oh, I'm so excited.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san.
Yo, so what's the lead? That's not. We made $1 billion off this movie lead.
It's an opportunity to
That is such a we made money lead.
And while the Super Mario Galaxy games are the core inspiration for our story, this next film holds surprises for fans of every Mario.
I like the sound of that. We need that Yoshi.
Brian Tyler is also returning to compose a score.
Oh,
that
Brian
brings
Tyler's
together
coming back.
musical
That's awesome.
themes. Welcome back, Chris
Chris
Pratt as Mario.
It's me, Garfield.
Taylor-Joy
Yeah.
as Princess Peach.
Taylor-Joy is back. Charlie Day is
as
back.
Luigi.
Yeah.
All right, there's a lot of
A big
excitement here.
difference.
Maybe a little too much. I love you to death, Andre, but all right, man. What are you, a little too excited for Charlie for Mr. Pratt. Good morning, Bree. It's good to see you in the library as always. We were off of our Charlie Kirk comic stuff. Did you have anything to add to that? Because we were trying to skate past that.
I mean, I'm just glad that I got to see so much fire from Vince this morning. Period. I was like, what did I jump into? But that's good energy. But no, we can move to Mario.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Well, what you may or may not know about me, Bree, and what y'all may all not know is that, I used to be real deep in these streets on the community tip. Ty's my witness. I dragged Ty out. All right. Can we just talk this morning? Do we have to? Don't have to. Can we just talk? Ty. All right. So I met Ty, and Ty wasn't real into the political spectrum, but I was like so Obama crazy. I was so Obama crazy, and I brought Ty out, who never left the house. Like Ty would not leave the house. I dragged him downtown Orlando to help people register to vote, and he almost got killed in the process. He almost lost his leg. The police almost ran him over. It was crazy. It was a whole weekend. It was nuts. But I even took him to meet Obama. I don't know if we met him, but we went to see him.
We met him. No, we met him.
We met. Yeah,
Never tell nobody nothing different. We met Obama. I was literally like this far from Obama. Like he. I was like, "What up?" And he gave me the "What up" back. I was like, "Oh,
yeah.
That's my president." I knew it then before he even was elected. And I was like, "That's my president." That's it. When you like, "Oh, that's my president."
Yeah. So that's why. So the reason I say that, Bree, is because I ain't used to see events on fire. Like, yo, I was the pulpit guy. I'm the megaphone guy. And then, some things happened in 2024 where I was like, you know what? My fight is over. What is that? Is that the 100 where they're like, your fight is over? Whatever it is. I was like, look, I'm done. Like, kids, it's up to y'all. I didn't already registered enough voters. Look, if we're going to live in a dystopian universe where everybody look, I'm just going to be right here sipping my coffee, playing my video games, and watching my stuff. And speaking of video games, we was talking about Mario, and that's what I'm confused about. Now, y'all, I know y'all are Mario players. Everybody here play Mario, and maybe some of y'all can help me understand why is it going from Super Mario to Mario Galaxy? There's so many other
fan service.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like fan service. A lot of people love the Super Mario Galaxy era, and so it's like something that people gravitate to more than Super Mario World. Especially newer generations, they're very big. You know, space is a thing. Love that shit. Lots more characters than we're used to in Super Mario World. So I think people are really like, it's their thing. I feel like it's fan service, but also a smart move. The first movie was successful, no matter how we feel about Chris Pratt, the worst Chris. I think it'll do great. I'll probably watch it when it comes on streaming.
You ain't gonna go see it at the theater. Yaz, you feel the same way? Fan service?
I mean, Nolly nailed it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a smart move for, you know what I'm saying, the time era. We just saw how the last movie did. So I mean, you know, we love animated movies, and obviously the whole shtick this year is bringing games to TV. So why not go with Mario? Well, we made $1 million off of already. So yeah, I mean, it's a smart move.
Bree, you feel the same way?
I have no choice. I will be sat on the first day that it drops in theaters because my mini-me is obsessed with everything Mario. So, and I liked the first movie. I feel like they did enough where it was cool for, you know, younger kids, but enough nostalgia for the parents to enjoy it as well. So I'm not mad at it.
All right. I can see not being mad at it. I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, if Mario is the huge explosion that we know it to be, wouldn't it make more sense? And I mean, I'm just throwing this out there to anybody. If nobody say nothing, then we'll just move on. But wouldn't it make more sense to pace it rather than to jump from Mario 1 to Mario Galaxy? Like, it feels like it would, like why would we haven't even gotten a raccoon suit? You know what I'm saying? We haven't gotten like there's so many different things we have yet to experience. And now we're already going to a 3D world where it's a gap. Like we jumped right past Super Mario World. We went from
I feel like they squished enough. They squished enough stuff into the first movie that you don't feel like you're missing too much. Besides, you know, the obvious, like, raccoon suit obviously sticks out, but I feel like they squished enough in there that was a little buffet of everything prior. So, you know, you had your pick, your little choose of, you know, the little bits that would stand out, and then, you know, Hollywood be moving fast.
That's also not to say there won't be like callbacks to those things in this one. Like I said in the first one, they did a lot of good, like, little Easter eggy type of things. So I'm sure they're gonna do that this movie.
One does not simply just jump into space. I mean, you got to travel. You got to get there.
Okay, all right. You're making some sense here. You're making some sense. I guess in my perspective, I'm just thinking like, damn, you know, if this is a long-term project, if you go from from 1 to Galaxy, what's next? You know, I don't know, but maybe that's just me thinking too far. Are we going to see a Mario Haunted Mansion? Are we going to get like a, you know, I mean, there's all these other different things. The one thing that I know for a fact is that they better have my little emo star in this Mario Galaxy. That is my favorite little character in the Mario universe. Why don't we all just perish? Yo, that little was my shit, bro. I love that little dude, man. So hopefully we get to see some more of that as well. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start teasing y'all about wait a minute. Actually, you know what? Let me do a real quick check. Did y'all watch Foundation?
I did not.
Oh no.
Are we in a caught up sense? Are we not?
I'm not.
I'm not, but
I'm also fading. I'm fading.
But yeah, we're gonna have to send Nolly to the dead zone because we're gonna talk about Foundation.
You can talk about it. To be honest, I only came on to say hello because I'm sick as a dog.
Oh.
But Vince convinced me to give a few minutes.
Well, you don't look. See, you fine. Stop it. You fine. Stop it.
I'm sweating like taking heat. I promise you, I don't feel great.
Well, can we do this? Is this okay? Can I make a quick announcement? Because I don't think everybody is aware. Or do you want to tell our delightful comment section? Hold on, let me give you the Oompa Doompa drum roll.
So what happens when a man and a woman do a close and special cuddle in bed. That's for your parents to take over from there, not for me. We are expecting, much to the.
Oh damn!
Hold up. What happened?
I was gonna say.
I don't know. Say it again because I think my time.
You lost your volume.
Oh, am I still here?
Say it again. Say it again.
Much to my surprise, especially because my children are turning 17 and 12. I'm starting all over.
Wow, yo, that's huge, Nolly. Yo, good. I mean, congratulations to you. And I do want to just go ahead and say real quick that Vince is a great name for a little girl. If you're having one,
we do know what we're having.
Well.
We did find out because, as my doctor loves to say, I'm geriatric.
So rude. That's so rude.
Honestly, so I had to do genetic testing. So we're having a boy. And I had a girl's name picked out. So suggestions welcomed because I got nothing.
Wow.
I think you should give him one of those like OG gangster names, like bring one of those old names back, like Ernest or Otis or something.
Ernest.
So that way when he comes into the room when I'm busy, I'd be like, nobody come here to see you, Otis.
Yeah.
Nobody come see you, Otis.
Yeah.
Otis.
Baby was
so while we're discussing this, y'all, I need those of y'all that do support us. We need names for Nolly's baby. All right, we need names.
Extra bonus for nerdy names. Okay,
extra bonus.
Leonidas.
Leonidas.
That's a strong
I will preface by saying that my husband is white, like white. So
yeah, we've seen him.
I would love an ethnic name, but I worry that sometimes if it's too ethnic, people at school are going to be like, and what your mama is?
Yo, but hey, Tyrone, hey, listen, Tyrone's still Tyrone.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what about,
I would stay away from the tie. I would stay away from anything tie for a while. I would just stay away from it. It just trust me. Just stay away from anything tie for a while.
What? And your audio's a little low. I'm not sure why you say that, Ty. I got a name. I got an idea. What if what if we just call them? I got a name for him. Tell me what you think about this as a name, and maybe even as a TV show that he could star in the event he decides to go this route.
It's gonna be some bullshit. I know it.
They call him boss nigga.
They rode into a white man's town. Bringing black man's law. He's black. He's brutal. He's boss. Fred Williamson is boss nigga.
They call him boss nigga.
Come on now, Dolly. Come on, boss.
I'm done with Vince right now.
It's the like full on bop into the theme song that's
done
right now. What?
You know he was bopping. You know he was holding like, hey, that's they call him boss nigga. Come on, Nolly, ain't gonna be no question. Oh, I know Dominican not black. Nigga, your name is boss nigga.
When the baby come out, I already told Mountain when the baby come out, I'm gonna turn to the nurse and be like, "Whose goddamn white baby is that?"
It's all your fault. Yo, come on, man. I need a better suggestion, yo. Come on, boss. Hey, see, come on, thank you. Toshi like it. Come on through, Toshi. Toshi like, yeah, that's cool. Markeisha, yeah, for the culture. Amina say, do it for the culture. Hey, yo, Alex with the Y. Hey, come on, Nolly. Alex with a Y. Ding.
I do like. We have Xander on the list. Xander's on the list. I do like Alex. That's cute.
Xander is a little old school, new school.
We want nerdy names. Like nerdy I was trying to find like names for things that we love. Like Mountain loves Cable. I love Cyclops. and Hope Summers. So we were like, Summers as a middle name would be cool because if you get it, you would get it. If you know, you know. And I was like, and he white, so he could pull it off.
White
people name their kids Apple.
Apple, yeah.
Summers is not bad.
Go with the object or something like Zeppelin or something like that.
It's funny you say that because I have Zephyr on the list.
See,
Zeppelin. Okay,
Zeppelin.
yo. All right, let's go. Alien.
Zeppelin, but that would stand out, right?
I got one for you. Since we watching Alien Earth, how about Prometheus?
Get
out. Nah.
No, you ain't feeling Prometheus yet?
No.
Jonathan Xenomorph Brown, get your ass down here. No.
Peoples, come on, man.
Come
for me. Come for me. Come on, you gotta put Peoples on there, man. Peoples.
Can you imagine a white baby named T'Challa?
T'Challa, yo,
Like,
come on, man.
I hope he gets my nose, so that way they could be like, "You're mixed, right? With what?"
Yo, I don't care. I want the whitest of white boys to have a Darius ass name so they can go through the same issues with their applications of employment that we gotta go through. So
Not
hey,
Ladarius,
you want to go ahead and be a
and then
little Travis?
He shows up and it's a little limp-haired redhead with freckles and green eyes.
See, because it's the opposite of me. Like, I show up and they're like, Vince Taylor? I'm like, yes, that's me. I'm Vince Taylor.
Cast and struggle onto you want to cast struggle onto the boy before he even like
yeah. Don Travius. He's like,
I mean, he has to have some struggle. He's gonna be a white man in America, so he's not gonna have a lot of struggle. So you gotta teach him to get some grit somewhere. He's got to struggle somehow.
Yo, I'm so
Can't
mad.
just be born with a good credit score.
Does he?
I don't know.
Does he really know?
I gotta teach him early because I want him to be the one to use his privilege to help other people. He'd be like, and my mama, she's mixed, so I know. Like, yes, baby biracial. Dude, go ahead. Stand up for the people.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No.
You have a winner?
No,
damn. All right.
Mountain does like Luke, but I'm not into Luke. I like Luca.
Luke
we gonna work on it.
Luca. All right, Luke is too easy. Yeah, I don't
we got
like
time.
Luke.
I'm not due until the beginning of March. We got time.
Yo, this one's a serious one though, Nolly. This one's a serious one.
Hold on. Let me get ready.
You ready?
Okay.
Get ready. This one's serious. Lando.
You know what's on my list? Cassian.
Yeah,
Cassian actually is a good one.
I kind of like Cassian.
I like Cassian. I actually like Cassian. Cassian, that might be the one. Yo, that might be the one.
Yeah.
That's the only one that got a yes from everybody.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Now Cassian is ginger.
I kind of like that.
He is. Cassian is a whole ginger. So
it would hit.
I mean, you know.
I mean, it's swagged out too. It could go either way.
Look.
But you can call him Cash.
No, but Cassian Summers. Oh, that rings.
That's an adopted name. That's an alias. That's like something you.
It rings.
Like, that's a real name. That's not a pen name.
Yeah, Cassian is dope, and it's got that.
Bishop
It's got that kind of like
because I love Bishop from Marvel. Bishop is on the list too.
Yeah, Bishop is on the list. I don't think it's gonna make it.
But
he's definitely on the list. Cassian right now is in the lead.
It could be Bishop Cassian.
Cassian Bishop kind of hits though.
Cassian Bishop hits, not Bishop Cassian.
Cassian Bishop. Y'all like alphabetical order? Bishop Cassian.
All I will say is think about what those initials are going to hit like too, though, because
then his initials would be BCB. Yeah. Okay. So we're not gonna
Cassian Andor.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, that can't be Cassian. Not original.
What's old boy name? What's old boy name?
Not original.
What's old boy name on the video game? Cal Kestis. Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes,
never mind. Never mind. I'll take that back. But Cassian, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Cashin, that shit go hard, bro. That shit go hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. That shit go hard. We might have a winner. In fact, dare I say at this point, if the baby isn't named Cashin, we can color us all a little bit disappointed at this point, because that's the way it feels.
A little bit. I'm
So
still holding out hope for Theophilus as the middle name. Just yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Theophilus.
Theophilus.
Okay, so right now, I will not lie that the number one contender for first name is Theodore.
Like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Theo.
That's what I
You
said.
gonna make him a Teddy?
Theo.
I like
You gonna
Theo.
make him a Teddy? We building bears now?
I was trying to walk the fine line between black and white names.
Right.
Like,
So I had Emmett on the list, but our last name is Brown. So I was like, Back to the Future, Dr. Emmett Brown.
Oh shit. Yo, and okay. And then he could be Twin Pines, Twin Peak, Dr. Emmett Brown, 88 Miles, Emmett McFly, and Cassian. I can't unthink it.
Cassian
I cannot unthink it. Like once you said it, it clicked. It clicked. So we're all in agreement. Cassian will be the name of this young child.
Cassian Theophilus. Yeah.
Cassian Theophilus, Riley Huey Boondocks Jones. I don't know. Let's call him. Well, I don't know. We call him Empire. Let's just call him,
That's kind of fire though. Cassian Empire.
That's definitely that's a black name. That's a black name.
And then it's like, you know, you have no choice but to be something great with the middle name like Empire.
True, because
the dog likes it. Come on, man. Dogs. You feeling that, ain't it, bruh? Come on, Crypto. Tell me more, bruh. All right, well, fine, I guess.
Y'all are a mess, and I appreciate you.
All right, cool. Well, listen, man. Good luck with that, Nolly. That is a big deal. Congratulations, man. And it's also a big deal that you were able to make the announcement. Bless you, yes. Because we want to make sure we put that out there at first for a little bit. So that is a big deal. So happy for you and everything's going on. All right, so let's go ahead and keep
make
this moving.
an Amazon registry and put your wish list up so people could bless you.
I am working on my registry. I am working on it.
And if you do it on Amazon, you can make it like anonymous where people can't see your address. So anybody could
and send you stuff.
True.
Don't sleep.
There you go. Okay. Well, hopefully you get a lot of good stuff, a lot of real stuff. All right. And hopefully our supporters and even those that support them may be willing to pull on up. You know what? And maybe you got a whole baby inside you. Don't you go take a nap?
I really want to so bad. I also just want McDonald's French fries.
Okay, well, let's release you to the wild. Thanks for joining us for the few minutes that you were able to, Nolly. Y'all go ahead, man. One time for Nolly pulling up on us. It's been a little bit. So go enjoy the rest of your day with the fruits of your loins and pull up in the comment section if you can maintain coherence for this long.
I shall. I'll be on the couch like this.
All right, cool. Thanks, Nolly. Appreciate you. That's Nolly, everybody, and her new seed. Who we don't know the name of just yet, but we're all pulling for Cashin. That's a real good name. I think the name actually works in real life, and I'm dead ass. Like, it's one of them names where it's like, all right, I never heard it before if you're not a Star Wars fan, and it sounds cool, but if you are a Star Wars fan, you're like, did you name your son after Annie? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I want. Keep it real. Speaking of real, some things online are turning out as real as we originally thought, and I think it's starting to drive some people crazy. In fact, my good friend Ty has personally said that AI has gone too far, and he said that after seeing this. So if you don't know, these are Demon Slayer characters. All right. We've got Tanjiro's little sister. And they all, I mean, if you look without slowing down for a second, you will not be able to tell the difference between this and reality. But if you just literally chill for a couple moments, you realize that this is CGI. All of it. 100% of it. All of it. Okay? And so, is CGI, is AI, excuse me, is it going too far? Ty, I noticed that you specifically said about this video that AI is going too far. Do you truly believe that? Are we this close to having a fully AI generated movie or project?
First of all, I would love to take credit for that comment, but however, it was not me. I was one of the people that was fooled. I was the one that posted. And, yeah, I was fooled until somebody made the comment. Then I was like, oh, okay, well, shit's getting really good out here. So nah, I didn't know. That's how good it looked when I first saw it. I just was excited for the potential of a Demon Slayer live action film, and maybe that's just me, just in my own little way, kind of just trying to manifest it. But if they can come up with these characters and they look like this, I would love to watch it. I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, yes, Bree. By the way, yes, Bree. Demon Slayer fans?
No, I'm not in that fandom just yet.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
I was told the people who introduced me to like my current watch list for anime were like, don't start on that end. And I was like, okay, but everybody says it's great. And they're like, when you get introduced by people who are like OG purists, they're like, don't start with these new niggas. Get you some act right, get you some good baseline before you start watching the newer shit. So I'm like, okay, that's fair. So I haven't watched it yet.
Honestly, I'm surprised by that. I'm a little shocked by that. I don't think Demon Slayer is I think it's entry level anime. I don't know why anybody would say that. Ty, you've seen Demon Slayer, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna keep it real. We're comparing like Demon Slayer and One Piece. Like Demon Slayer's got like 3 or 4 seasons, 12 episodes, you know what I'm saying, and a movie or two. It doesn't have like a whole omnibus catalog. But it I would recommend it. I would go against whoever it is that told you to not check it out. I would give it the Anthony.
They didn't say don't watch it. They just said don't start with that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Fair enough. I guess that's fair. I guess it's fair if you're not an anime head. If you're getting into it, it does thrust deeply into anime culture, but it's not like one of those stories where it's so convoluted. I mean, I can give you if those not familiar, this is not spoiling. Like this, everything I'm about to tell you happens within like the first 5 minutes of the show. It's a dude living in a village in the mountains, and they're surrounded by demons, and unfortunately something happens to the family, and the daughter and his sister ends up having like demon type superpowers, but he has a sword and he has to use it to protect her, but he's also learning how to wield it so he can kill some of the other demons that are preying on the villages, like the one that he came from. So it's just a really down our story. But the purpose of this was just to talk about like how AI has gone too far. I mean, there is a lot of AI out there right now. Like you literally can't tell what's real and what's not. I'd use this as a pivot A as well.
Oh my God.
Do that again for the people in the back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Are you serious though? It's how the car after breaks up, you know what I'm saying? And then like 2, it's her face when she hits the ground, and then she slides like baseball slides. Like, I'm sorry, but that is unheard of. Look at this. Look at this. Like, just watch this in slow-mo real quick. Watch her drop. And she slides. Look at that shit. She ain't got no baseball.
Curb,
like, what's concrete, bitch? You would be bouncing. You would be sliding. This is
never mind how she would have gotten there in the first place.
But it's like how her body just like she on a slide. You know what I'm saying? Like how does that even happen? I don't even know right now. Look at this. Whee! And then she just chilling on the curb, like hanging out. What?
I'm with Bree. Like, how did she get there? Like the fact that I for 2 seconds thought that this was real. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally like you have to, this is where we are now. Like you can't trust your own eyes, like literally, because you had to tell me this is AI, or I would have been like, where this happened at? I would have watched it over to try to see what street that is. And sometimes they morph them together. Like they'll put AI videos and images in with reality, so you can't really tell what's what. But literally, I could see some idiot doing this. I could see some dumbass trying to swing from a traffic light somewhere in LA, I don't know, call it Rodeo Drive, and sitting there trying to make a viral video out of it. Like, I could literally see this. And so I'm a little nervous because if this is that easy to manipulate, oh my God, we in for it. We in for it. I tell you, I don't know who this, Ty, this is one of your old friends right here, homeboy. I think,
that's my ex. That's my ex. And I told her about doing this shit for likes and views. But she's always been that person that lusts for attention. That's why we're not together. That's why we're not together now.
That's why it wasn't good.
I said this is an old video. I actually gave her a boost to get up there because she wouldn't.
Guys, like I brought the truck so she could put the ladder up so that we could, secure the hooks.
Yeah, I engineered it. You know what I'm saying? I went ahead and made the pulley system that we had to use in order to get. Yeah, I chose the location. Yo, the car smashed. Yo, the car,
just look how it crumbles though. And then
the way that they made her look like, ooh. Damn.
It's her baseball slide, and then how she's chilling on the curb.
Yeah, she is definitely safe, man. Yo, so are we close to having a fully AI generated movie? Like, I truly believe it this easy. And I'll tell you one other secret. AI is available to the public. Like we can make AI videos ourselves. So it's not that this stuff is reserved only for people that have money. Any idiot with a phone and an app generator or an app access can make these type of things. So yeah, do y'all think we're gonna see an AI movie pretty soon?
I think they've already done it. It's just because there's so many people who don't agree with AI, and there's so much about it that's unethical. They know they wouldn't make but so much money off of it because a lot of people wouldn't go see it just off the strength of that. So they're just waiting for it to be a little more, socially accepted before they are going to just hit us with all of the things. You can't tell me they haven't done it already. If like someone just on their iPhone can make something like that, they've been, they're already there. They're just waiting for it to be profitable to let it out, release it.
I have a theory, and y'all tell me if this makes any sense. I agree with you, Bree. I think that they're probably a little nervous about the disingenuous nature of putting together an AI movie, especially as it takes away from so many potential earnings, for people. That's a concern too. Like you're literally wiping actors, CGI artists, out of existence just by putting this. But at the same time, it also gives them a window to make, like we just watched, like it probably took somebody like 40, like maybe 20 seconds, maybe 3-4 minutes to make that what we just saw, that whole the shit on the swing set. If it takes somebody that long, or if it's that easy, then we might be able to start seeing things that are even doper than we've seen before. And I don't know, it might end up being a good thing. Yes, you don't think so? AI generated movies, AI generated projects?
As long as it doesn't look like Mithrigan, then I think, maybe. But I mean, and this video obviously is another, like if it doesn't look like, this woman just swinging, sliding, you know what I'm saying? Like then maybe, but I don't know. It's come a long way. I just think it's not the time right now for it because there's just so much controversy against it. You know what I mean? Like AI is one of those things where it's like, is it the devil? Is Cybertron going to take over if we give it too much information? So it's kind of that unknown kind of area right now. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
I guess we will see. We will see. Let's check it out. Well, check this out while we're talking about AI real quick. Did you see that? It was like AI. It was like we, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, right?
Vince hit us with the, is it not wonderful? Do you not enjoy it?
Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Is this not great? Is this not wonderful? Yo, man, that's AI. Hey, yo, look, it helps me media-wise. So I think that I will lean in until I see something real stupid to complain about. All right, before we get into one, oh, you know what? We got foundation to talk about. We got foundation to talk about. We got foundation to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Before I get into foundation, I do want to show just a little bit of love to somebody because you know the world needs love, right? Especially when there's a lot of haters in the world. And I just thought that this was at least worth maybe a mention, and who knows, maybe even a purchase. As soon as I find it. So how y'all doing? Psych. All right, so here it is. All right, let me go ahead and show y'all real quick. Sorry about the wait, but yeah, I found it. So let's go ahead and give it a gander. I thought this was so dope. This touched my heart. I ain't gonna lie. And the reason why is because of the quick turnaround. I don't have any numbers or statistics to support this, but I would hope that he got at least 1 or 2 orders out of this crazy out of this dude trying to basically racially intimidate him or just be a complete dick on his profile line, trying to push him into a box and typecast him, say, yo, dude, bro, you're not Lord of the Rings, bro. Like, just go eat some fried chicken and watermelon, man. Just go somewhere and like listen to rap music and whatever. We got Lord of, and he was like, okay, let me use this same tweet or quote or whatever. Show everybody that, and I'm hoping that my dog actually got some support after this. I'm only showing y'all, frankly, because I like for you to support, and I'm gonna go ahead and show his whatever his handle or whatever this is that you call it. So maybe we can get him a couple orders. But evidently his name is Potter Sip. All right, and I think if you go to his page, which I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance right here. Yep, here it is. You can actually shop and possibly get some of his items. I've literally never done this, but it's like it's so dope to me that this dude exists. I'm just in awe. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just now seeing this for the first time. Hold on, this is his wife.
2 minutes of your time.
Show a bunch of different people. So I would want to make sure that it's us doing it for that particular page.
Okay, all right. So if I'm reading this right, it says what the young lady says is that her husband, that's her husband. Now I don't know who that lady is. I know that's probably what he probably caught your attention. But listen to what she said real quick.
Scroll for just 2 minutes of your time.
Lord of the Rings fan stayed for 9 seconds, so my husband doesn't lose his bookstore he poured his heart into. I'm assuming her husband is the man I showed you before.
But there's another dude on the page too, though. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that, Bree. Because I don't want to put that. I don't want to. Let me. Before I tell y'all to go, you know what? Maybe I should do a little research.
Because I was literally like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up with a goblet for sure. Let me cop one of those with the quickness. Can I customize it?
Well, yeah, because I mean, look, well, as of right now, I am seeing multiple dudes on the page, but I'm not seeing anybody of a Hewless origin as of this moment. Doesn't mean that they're not there, but there definitely is a vibe, and this is not a one time only thing. He's evidently he's being berated, or at least constantly reminded that he's black in the United States by people in his comment section, and he's doing the right thing. He's using it and flipping it on his head like, hey, I'm exposing y'all. This is what I got to go through. Little help. The dude probably can't live off of this money right now, but God knows. In the future, hopefully, somebody, maybe even one of us, and maybe I may have already put in an order. You may see me on here next week with a whole new goblet. You never know. All right, y'all. We are coming down to the end of our first hour here at New Blurred Order. Appreciate y'all sticking in. We got a little foundation talk for you. But first, we have a message from our sponsor. We now present you with a public service announcement from the ladies of Pink Riot.
As the variant vixen from Pink Riot Comic Show, it is my utmost duty to promote literacy, so I want to encourage you all to bust that omnibussy wide open and snip that crack.
This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Pink Riot. Thank you so much, Pink Riot. And we actually have one of the Pink Riot hosts here in the flesh. What's going on there? It is none other than Mrs. Bree herself. Hey, Bree, thank you for the omnibus. What's so funny?
She said,
Snip that crack, Bree. Snip that crack, Bree.
Snip it up. Crack.
oh my gosh, that was
we
great.
just gotta do our part to support literacy, and I'm a longtime member of Book Sniffers Anonymous, so we just took it to the next level at Pink Riot. It's what we do. We elevate.
Hey, yo, Bree, I'm gonna keep it real. I had I thought about you and the Pink Riot podcast this week as I did go to acquire an omnibus. Like now that name. All right, well, let me tell you the story first. So okay. I called and made a reservation. I don't know if reservation is the right word, but I called as I usually do. I called a comic book store before I go to it to see if they got what I'm looking for. Right?
Yeah.
Last time we went, we were looking for the Spider-Man variant comics because my daughter was going to dress up as the British Spider-Woman. Yeah. So we were trying to find it. They didn't have it. So I'm like, all right. I don't have to go over there. But I called her. I was like, yo, I really want to, and we can get into this later because I actually have a segment for this. I really wanted to read more about the TMNT Ronin story. I want to from start to finish because I only read the last Ronin Lost Years, right? So I didn't actually read it, the actual Ronin, where you didn't know who it was up until the end. So I called the comic book store. I was like, yo, y'all got the last Ronin? They was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I'm pulling up. Can y'all hold it for me? I was like, yeah, bet. That was last Saturday after I got off the show. I drove up. Now, this is where I think I might have fucked up. I drove out there on Wednesday, and they had sold it.
Yeah.
Was that too many days? I waited too long. I should have.
Definitely. Most comic shops are like their own small business. So if you're calling ahead to hold something, they're expecting you to get it within like 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they're like, you taking money out of my pocket. So you might have waited a little too long on that one. But I'm glad that you went.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm a frequenter up there. I got one Christmas, I got my daughter a gift certificate. So I did get an omnibus, but ultimately I ended up just purchasing it online. All right. Okay. And it is a collection. And I opened it.
And I just need you to sniff it.
Just you need me to sniff. All right, hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
My face is perfect right now.
my first crack sniff. I've never sniffed crack before, but I'm happy to do it live right here in front of everybody. All right, maybe another page will smell a little better. I don't know. This page. I don't want to make this a habit. I don't know if books are my thing. Maybe there's a little cocaine in the package. No, let me stop. Yeah, man. Hey, so I'm happy to be a part of the book sniffing gang now, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, I want y'all to go ahead and go out there and sniff that crack. So while we're sniffing cracks, speaking of sniffing cracks, Foundation. I know it doesn't make no sense, but who cares? So yeah, the finale finally is upon us, everybody. And we had a chance to talk about it. We even already have a video out that is on Foundation. Speaking about the last episode, which did air this week. This is not supposed to be me still. So I'm curious if y'all got a chance to see it and what you thought about it at the end of it, because spoiler alert, it got nuts. And by the way, if you haven't seen the last episode yet, we will be spoiling right now because it's the only time I really get to chat with my friends about it. So I don't really want to waste my time with it.
I'm gonna go. I love you. Bye.
Oh no, okay. All right, well, look, wait. Well, hold on, wait. Maybe we won't spoil it. All right, now wait, because I wasn't. Oh, she wasn't. No, it was Lady Man. Yeah, we did.
My work life is set up. I had missed
Yeah,
it.
man. Dang, man. Yeah.
Okay,
Nah.
too, because he had to go. So
Yeah, Ty missed, but you saw it last night though, right, Ty?
Of course.
okay,
Yeah,
so Bree, what have you seen? That's relevant. Let's start with that.
I seen the episode ahead of that.
Okay, so
I watched that with you guys. I just, I don't want
The
last
7th
episode
episode.
spoilers, but I'll come back.
Have you watched Alien Earth yet?
I have not.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
she's
one,
not
y'all.
in there.
Y'all, I binged all of Peacemaker to be in place for y'all. Okay.
Oh
I had
my
not
God.
seen a single episode of Peacemaker. So I was binging that and I started binging Freerun. I am not caught up on anything else.
Okay.
Well, you started binging. What was the last one?
Freerun.
Freerun.
Yeah, what is that?
It's an anime about
No, hey, listen, I'm asking because we want to know. Put us on. Don't shy up. Man, put me D, man.
Freerun is an anime that was like up for awards and stuff, and everybody was like really at arms about it being pit against another one. Don't make me lie because I can't remember the name of the other one, but I was like, okay, if this is supposed to be like the best of the anime, then I'm just gonna check out an episode, see how I like it. And it did everything that I needed it to do. So it's about this elf mage who's like hundreds of years old, and you're seeing like her go on these like quests or missions with her party. And because she's so much older, she like doesn't grasp like what these relationships she's built with that party have meant to her, and then they all get old and die. So we get to see her arc where she's like connected and building her new party of people and going on these missions to like fight demons and everything else, but she's like taking her time to like explore and embrace her humanity, I guess, in terms of like building these connections and finding value in her experiences and stuff like that. It's the animation style is dope. There's lots of action and fight scenes and magic, but it's also kind of like cutesy, the sense of humor and all of that. So yeah, I'm obsessed. I watched that first couple episodes and have been binging ever since. And I only have like 4 episodes left, and I'm kind of sad because I'm like, what I'm gonna do after this?
That sucks, right? When you start knowing you get into the end of a season that you really, really love.
Yeah.
So just to expound real quick before we get into other stuff, do you consider yourself an anime person, so to speak? I mean, we talked about you not using Demon Slayer as kind of like an entryway, but it's not like your first time working.
I consider myself a dabbler. I can definitely say I'm a fan because I'm fully caught up on One Piece. I watched like Inuyasha and Sailor Moon and all that stuff when I was younger, but I never it didn't stick with me. I was more like, okay, I'm reading more than I'm watching TV. So I'd say like in the last 4 or 5 years, I've gotten more into it and started watching more anime, but I would never call myself an anime fan on Beyonce's internet because y'all like to tussle. Okay. And I'm not the type where I'm like quoting everything and up on the newest episode of everything, but I'm very much like, just like how I like to recommend books to people to read. If people recommend an anime to me, I'm like, I trust your taste, I'm gonna watch it. And now I'm like, so now I have like a list of like 20 or so anime that I need to like rotate through so that I can feel like I can speak from a place of experience and anime knowledge. So we're just going through that list at this point.
do you mind if we go through your list with you?
Yeah, I literally just shared it with somebody else. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, yeah. What we got? What we got? Let's see if we can improve. And us as anime dabblers as well. I don't think anybody on here is gonna claim that they're a complete anime. Now, I hold anime heads at different place that I hold as anime fans. Okay, I think there's a difference.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think anime heads, like you catch them at the cons, they dressed up as a character that you're like, who are you again? They're like, oh, I'm Yoshihiko Uchabo. And you're like, okay, I don't know who that is. And like they're like, oh, well, did you see the new Star Trek, the new Star Wars? Did you see Mark? They're like, I don't watch that shit. They're like, I want to see subs and dubs only, you know, like and so those folks, I'm like, okay, you're ahead. You know, I'm a fan. Like I like anime, but I'm not like completely immersed to the point where I watch anime and anime only. And I'm gonna cuss you out in the comment section because you said something about anime and you don't really know anime for real. You didn't read the manga and all this other stuff. So that's I think most of us on this panel are of the same ilk as me. Like we love anime, but we're not going to start a war over it.
Okay, so it's a safe space.
Right. So we're good. So what you got on that list?
Okay, so I have To Be Hero X, Lord of Mysteries, Apothecary Diaries, Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days. Now, time out. Pause. Ty, you've been talking about Sakamoto Days. My daughter was talking to me about Sakamoto Days.
I love Sakamoto Days. It's Sakamoto good, and it's episodic. So it's like they play a new episode every week.
Oh, okay.
It's still airing. I thought it was over. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Sakamoto Days is going hard right now. It is every week. Every week they got a new episode. I think we're on episode 18 or 17 or something like that.
Period. Yeah, I'm gonna bump it up just because you said that.
Okay,
it's
dope.
Really good.
Sakamoto Days is good. I'm actually gonna start watching it too. My youngest daughter did recommend it to me. I think that when she recommends something, it's normally a good read. Not when Ty, I gotta get a second opinion sometimes. I'm just playing.
The shade. Oh my god.
Go ahead, Bree.
Okay, Record of Grand Crest War, Milky Subway, Four Cut Hero, Super Cube. I have a star next to that one, so somebody went hard describing it to me.
Okay, yeah, come on.
Windbreaker, Takopi's Original Sin, The Water Magician, The Beginning After the End, Sword of the Demon Hunter, and Freeren's on here because I haven't finished it yet. Go Loser Ranger, Your Forma, Yaiba, Fire Force, Devil May Cry, Lazarus, Teogonia, Moonrise, Solo Leveling, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Doro Hidoro, and Hell's Paradise.
So
I've seen Moonrise and I've seen Solo Leveling, and both of those are really good. Solo Leveling might have been the best anime of the year last year.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's the one that was going up against Freeren for the award.
Solo Leveling won, and rightfully so. I watched the entire thing. I binged it on my subscription of Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I got Crunchyroll too.
Yeah, and it was really, really good. So good that I believe they're in talks about a live action Solo Leveling. So
wow.
Okay, you got to get on it.
Keep your eyes open. And Moonrise is really good as well. It's more story than action, but that when the action does pop off, it pops off.
Clearly, I'm a fan of the story, so you don't gotta. I'm putting little T's next to the ones that you're co-signing.
Little T's. Why not the capital T?
No, like I mean, it's like, just the letter T, but I didn't mean like little. But yeah, I'm putting it there so I can remember. Like Ty co-signed this, so I should bump it up on my list.
All right, I gotta say, man, whoever gave you that list is an anime head. All right, because like overwhelming majority of that stuff.
Oh no, I made the list.
Oh,
it's
you made
just been growing as I go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of those projects I'm not even really necessarily familiar with. I was waiting for the ones that I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know that. It was probably like a small percentage of them, but yeah. The one. What did you recognize some? Yes, like I heard.
I recognized like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that they deep. Y'all deep cut.
I have to go back and rewatch this and start making my own list.
Yeah, send that list to me so I can get up the bar. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't shit, man. What the fuck? So I don't want to add because your list sounds real long already, but can I start on your 2026 list at least? Because I don't want to like overwhelm you.
Oh no, that's the whole point of the list. Please do add to the list.
Okay. And please in the chat, feel free to chime along. Oh, all right, now Metatron. Come on, Metatron. Me and you, we are the same ilk here, bro. We are the same ilk, bro. Ninja Scroll, Fist of the North Star, bro. What kind of 80s baby are you, bro? You know what I'm saying? I know who you are. You are of the ilk where it wasn't anime, it was Japanimation. Okay, I'm with you, homeboy. Yeah, DBZ. All right, hold up.
Okay, I've watched some Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's how me and my son watched that during the pandemic.
My husband's obsessed. I have like action figures, blankets, all kinds of shit of Dragon Ball Z all over my house. I'm like, they made this? When?
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah.
Austin is obsessed with what was. I don't know if he still is, but he was like really in the DBZ at one point, right?
He still is. Like it's all over my house. It's everywhere. It's like you can't walk in my house without seeing it somewhere.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. What's going on? So I will add some to the list. Ty, guys, feel free to join me and let me know if y'all agree. If not, hey, we agree to disagree. I would like to submit for your consideration One Punch Man. All right. I don't know if you've heard about that, but the ones I'm sending you are not like chronological 150 episodes. These are like 10 episodes, 12 episodes, maybe 20, 30 minutes. All right. Okay. So like you can watch them on an airplane ride if you download them.
I think One Punch Man has I know 2 seasons for sure, possibly 3.
Okay, so One Punch Man may have. I think it has. I only know the one season.
Oh, well,
you have Crunchyroll. You got Crunchyroll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not. First of all, let's be very, very clear. You're not an anime head if you don't have Crunchyroll. Well, I'm not an anime head. There is no way that you're going to know about anime the way that that Bree knows about anime unless you have Crunchyroll. Otherwise you're just gonna, unless you love to read, and if you love to read and you like subtitles, then by all means, no, I'm just saying like Bree with like the Amazon, you can find anime on Amazon Prime, but it's all going to be subtitled. Like you're all like Crunchyroll is giving you dub, so you can be fully immersed in the anime, not having to like make sure you. Oh damn! I didn't read fast enough. Let me rewind it. And what did you just say? Because that is sometimes what happens with subtitles. So you get caught up in the reading and you miss the action in the background. But yeah.
Can I ask you guys a serious question though?
Please.
Do you watch normal TV with subtitles because you watch TV dubbed for anime?
Ooh.
Yeah, my mini me loves subtitles on everything, and so now it's just I naturally watch it with everything with subtitles.
Same. I literally can't watch something without subtitles because like when like someone says something and you're like, wait, what the fuck did they say? The subtitles, I'm not gonna lie, are like literally what saved me because I'm like, and my husband will get so pissed because I'll rewind that shit to be like, what did you hear what I said? Did you read it? Because there's 2 ways you can you missed it. Like, so yeah, I'm one of those people now because anime, like getting into anime, I have to watch everything with subtitles now. So I just wanted to see if you guys were like on that same kick as I am now. I'm ruined. I have to read and watch TV at the same time. It's like my ADHD is like it's finally been like blessed to.
Yeah. I think the fact that we're calling it subtitles instead of closed captions shows how big of an anime head you are. Because I think that it was just supposed to be closed caption for like they're seeing impaired, but instead we're like, oh, are you watching Big Bang Theory and dubbed or subbed? It's like, well, it's just closed caption, it's not.
They even have that at the movies now. So like,
yes, but you got to select one. I've never seen closed caption in the movie theater. I've seen it advertised, but I'm curious as to how it works. Would it cover up important scenes? Nope. But I'm the same way.
That's like, yes, it does.
Yeah, that's why. Well, listen, that's why I don't do closed caption because there are times where the caption can be in front of something, and you're like, well, I can't see it, and so then so I would definitely. And plus, again, if I'm reading, there's something going on in the background I'm missing. I don't like. I just always feel like that. So I mean, I understand on the subtitles when the language when there's a language gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's necessary because you won't know what's going on. But closed caption, I'm reserving closed caption for when my hearing goes out, like, and then I have to read. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. So yeah.
Nah, I live and die by closed caption. I ain't gonna lie, because like there's, especially when you're watching something like Foundation, and like there's so many terms, like there's so many. Like I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Excuse me, like who did what to the what to where they went what? And literally, I was watching what show was it? Alien, freaking Alien Earth. I was like, what the fuck are they talking? Like, if you don't read the like, because there's so many names that sound like places and places that sound like names. So yeah, for me, it definitely was a whole vibe, man. That was a whole thing. But yeah, well, listen, Bree, I think we're gonna talk a little Foundation, man. So
yes, I'm gonna head out, and if y'all just think about other things that I could add to my list, I'll love you forever for it.
Oh shoot! Well, hold on. Well, I forgot to give y'all a chance.
No, another time. But because I want you to really think.
I didn't want to take away y'all chance to, because I said everybody offer up. I just didn't want to be self-centered. All right, so keep in mind for Bree for next time. But y'all go ahead, give Bree a round of applause. Thank you for pulling up, and keep in mind, y'all, Bree's on West Coast time, so the sun ain't even up with you yet. So thank you so much, Bree. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time, and we will sniff cracks between now and the next time we get a chance to see you. Yo, you gotta love Bree, man. Bree is a whole vibe, right? Like as a vixen, she come in here to sniff that crack. I love that, man. All right, but let's go ahead and get into Foundation, the finale, which we did see, and I know we have a video out. So if you are interested, you can easily go and check out our video for the Foundation finale, which is currently live on the YouTube's channel. So after this, if this combo ain't enough for you, please continue this conversation on our YouTube channel. And matter of fact, it's a good time for a bump. I'm sorry, I'm just getting used to having AI in my like having the using it as a weapon. Like I'm like, I can wield this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow. So anyway, Foundation, guys, let's chat about it for a little bit for the brethren, for all of the Foundation followers. Yeah, I like the Colors Catch on Netflix where it tells you what's going on in the scene. You know what else I like, Harmony, since I got ADHD? I like how on, is it Amazon? How if you push the down button, it tells you the actors' names that are on the screen and you can look at their chronology. You like that, right? Like I like that. In fact, I'm so angry that I can't do that in the movie theater. Like, I'm like, yo, what is that? Oh, I don't got a remote. I'm in a movie theater.
Spoiled.
Yeah, I am. I know. I literally be in the movie like I gotta use the bathroom, man. Oh, damn, I ain't got no, man. You can't pause it. You can't rewind it when I get back. All right. So it's for blind people. I was watching Bridgerton. I was like, damn, what are you talking about? Okay, let's do the Foundation.
She's talking about descriptive audio, what basically tells you what's going on in the scene. Like it has like an AI voice, and then it just basically tells you what's happening in each scene. That is like that.
It's too much.
Yeah, that's good luck.
Is it?
It's way too much. Yo,
yes. Is it in like a different like dialect? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you make it different dialect and stuff like that?
I don't know. The motherfucker walks up to the motherfucker.
Yeah.
One time, I walked up, like, I think that'd be really funny.
Yeah, that might be kind of cool.
It's not, yes, because what it is up being is like you're reading the subtitles, and then while you're doing that, it says, Legolas picks up the arrow. Legolas jumps on the elephant. Legolas slides down the elephant and shoots it at Gimli.
Soul. Legolas jumps. You know what I'm saying? Like no soul with it. It's just like generic.
Nah, like, no soul. Yo, he jumped. Yo, he flew. It's gonna rain. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker, look
out. Here she come. Oh shit, here it go. You know that's what you talk about. You're so stupid. Yeah, I cannot do nothing with you. Yeah.
Sorry. I got way too excited with the description. Sorry.
No, that's what's up, man. But anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. And this is all right. We won't spend the whole time on it because, like I said, we did do a video on it already. But for those who are not in the know, Harmony, stop doing that to me. You got. I'm gonna stop reading you because you take me into a whole different tangent. So those who are not in the know, finale of Foundation did recently air, and boy, oh boy, if you were not expecting a twist, then it may have hit you in the face. So I don't even know where to start other than to say maybe Yaz, if she wants to give us, I don't know if she's ready or not because we didn't really.
Shit, you want a breakdown?
We didn't necessarily talk about it, but I was just wondering if Yaz could,
break it down.
All right, y'all. So, woohoo! Season finale of Foundation was epic. And I mean epic in a way that it was so jaw-dropping. It was so brilliant. It was so diabolical. I gotta tip my hats to the fucking creators because who saw that fucking plot twist? I surely didn't. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know who the mule is? Do you?
Ooh.
This one. So in this final episode, we get to see Gail and her storm of, badass people, trying to beat up the fucking mule. But wait, there's some shit happening in Empire. And well, let's just say Brother Dusk has gone full batshit crazy. And he's like, you know what? If I'm going down, the fucking whole empire's going down then. I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to take you with me. And I'm going to take you all. And he burned that shit to the motherfucking ground. So where there was thousands, there is two. Empire is now deduced. And when I mean deduced, I mean all the clones are gone. But before we do this, what does Empire do? What does Brother Dusk do on his last day of inauguration and getting his ropes fitted and making sure his nanobots are pumping in all that juices to make him look full and healthy for his last day before he turns to ash? This motherfucker goes and makes another baby. And he steals the baby. And runs away.
Yo, can I interrupt? Did he make the baby?
Well, he ungooed it. You know what I'm saying?
Said ungooed.
I don't know what the jelly is inside of the vat, you know what I'm saying? But he ungooed, he pushed the button, he was Demerzel, and he was like,
okay.
I am your he unfrankensteined that motherfucker, and he birthed him a new little baby empire and decided that, you know what, Empire, you ain't safe with these motherfuckers. I'm gonna take you with me. And you know what? It's my day to die, but fuck them. I ain't gonna die today. I'm gonna be the only one who makes it to live. Fuck them. And he takes the baby. And what does he do when he takes the baby? Not only does he burn the entire empire down, but he brings the baby to the incinerator where he is going to die himself and, be reborn. And what does he do? He gives Demerzel the ultimate ultimatum. Your life, the baby's life. Who's more important? Push the button, incinerator, bitch. And what does Demerzel do? Yo, she got to protect Empire with her life. She fucking my baby. No! He fucking leaps and tries to use her robot body to protect that baby. And guess what happened? That baby went up like smoke. And then what the fuck? Demerzel literally died. How the fuck do you kill Demerzel? Let's just start there. Okay. I'm in awe. Okay. Brother Dusk right here. This man has reached new limits of mental health, and they need to justice the Empire because he is like, I was okay with it yesterday. Not today. I'm like, fuck it. I'll burn the whole house down. This shit was so beautifully thought out. It was insane. I couldn't even be mad at him, to be honest with you. But the part that grind my gears about this whole rebellion of Brother Dusk was that he killed everybody in the tower, all the dead, clone babies. And then he proceeded to kill Demerzel and was like, ha ha ha, I'm the last Empire. It's me alone. And then guess what? Brother Day comes back and brings Demerzel before she dies. This robot head found from Mycogen, and he's like, "You can connect." She connected right before she died. Thank you, fucking Jesus. And Brother Day, this was the saddest fucking moment of my life right here. This motherfucker, Brother Dusk, was like, "Hey, I heard you got your nanobites out." And he was like, "Yeah, I did before I left the bro. Did you see him kill? Did you see him kill Brother Day? Dusk, kill Day. I'm done with this fucking show. There better not be a season after this shit, because this shit, you killed the best empire. What the fuck? Now we got the hide ones. Like, oh, I can't right now. But rest in peace to this hippie, beautiful specimen man that steals alien head robots and brings them back to his mother, sister, lover, whatever the fuck Demerzel is to him. I don't know at this point, but
Brother, sister, mother.
yeah, I mean, they crossed all the lines here. Okay, this is on the next fucking level with him and Demerzel. This love is fucking weird. Is she like a mother? Is she like a brother? I don't understand what is going on between the two of them. But he has this undenying faith that he has to do right by her, even though he went through so much trouble to fucking get away from this bitch. He still is faithful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. He dies for it though. Sad face. But then we get to see the real fucking plot twist. And that Gale infiltrates the mule, and Beta's like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking escape. I hear boots. Let's escape. Come on, Empire." Little Dawn and his little legs and staying in his bed, and he's like, "I can't move. Go without me." Run! I would run. Leave me. It was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. That little yeah. And then guess what? The boyfriend of Gale, what the fuck was his Prater, whatever the fuck.
Pritchard.
Thank you, Bad Type. Pritchard meets up and he finds Beta, only to be like, "Wait a minute, the mule is close. Hold up. I don't know." And she's like, "What's wrong? You okay? We're just trying to escape. You good?" And guess what? They go find Gale, and Gale does this mega mind trick bullshit, and she kills the fucking, what we thought was the mule. This man that, mind-stormed everybody, took over colonies, took over fucking, I don't even know how many planets this man took over, but this man is not the mule that we knew and we loved, because damn, he died like a little bitch real quick. I'm just saying, that was like, Gale did some Jedi mind trick and was like, guess what? I'm Harry. I'm my daughter. I'm all the things. I can fucking beat you. I'm a Jedi mind trick, bitch. Killed his ass. He went up like that. And then we find out, wait a minute. I'm still being controlled. The mule is not dead yet. There's someone in my mind still. And guess who's in the fucking room? Who wasn't in the fucking room before? Who's been in every fucking area the fucking mule has been that we have not noticed? And we got one clue last episode. And you know who that clue was from? Magnifico. Who's the person Magnifico was in love with and loves only in his whole world? Can anyone answer?
I only love Beta.
Beta! That's the mule. We were fucking wrong.
That's crazy.
It was fucking beautiful. And then Gale mind tricking her into making Magnifico play his little music thing and her getting on that frequency. And she's like, "Haha, bitch, reprogram that shit. It's gonna work for me." And then she escapes. I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, this fucking episode got crazy. But wait, that wasn't the craziest fucking thing, okay? Before Demerzel died, I did tell you she sent out a signal. But where did the signal reach? The motherfucking robots. There's a motherfucking robot. Yo, the dude in the palace on the walls is alive and real. In the fucking paint, he's fucking real. Oh shit! I'm just saying that's I can't. This show is so many layers of just brilliance. Fucking brilliance. Hats off to them. Foundation season finale. Yo, you got me. You fucking got me. I'm hooked and also pissed, okay? You fucking got me. Ugh.
Well, all right, first of all, thank you. Obviously, yeah, for a phenomenal breakdown.
Sorry, I know it was like chopped up, wasn't my normal smooth, but
No. And I mean, on the spot, by the way, full disclosure, yeah, sometimes we ask Yaz in advance and she knows. This time I was like, yo, yes. She was like, oh, okay, I guess. So thank you so much. But yeah, man. So yeah, you seem real attached to this day.
I don't know what it is. I think it's he's like so rebellious and he's just like, fuck empire. I want to be a hippie. I want to be in my own oasis with these fucking creatures from the past. And like I'm birthing ferrets and fucking giraffes. And like, you know, I got my little s'mores, my brown cutie. Like, I don't know. I guess because my husband kind of in ways, you know, resembles you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know,
I can see it.
that resonates for me as like why he became my favorite character. But I was just like, bro, when he died, I had to, when we watched it together, I was next to my husband and he was watching the episode previous to that. And I was like, I have to walk away from you right now. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I cannot tell you because you'll get pissed off, but I'm going to fucking walk away right now. And he was like, okay. And then I went in the bathroom and I was like, how could they? And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. We're just not going to talk about it. And then yesterday, I had to wait till he came home from work and I was home from work. And we finally watched it together and he's looking at me and I'm like, do you fucking see why I screamed? And he was like, rest in peace, Day. We're smoking a day pack. Like, peace out, Day. And I was just like,
a day pack.
I was like, you're so mean. You're so
Yo.
My day, because like when he started watching, I was like, wait, he's still alive? Hold on, and I like didn't you know click and register like.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yo, you know what? I don't know, Ty. I feel like that was slightly predictable. I don't know. Did you feel like it was like he was gonna when he shot Day? Like as soon as he said, "I had heard you had your nanites removed," I was like, "Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't say it." He's like, "Yeah, that's right," but took his ass.
Yeah, after he just had wiped out pretty much. I mean, after you kill a baby, all bets off. I mean, there's
that's what you like, right?
No, listen. I watched this. I watched this late last night just so it could be fresh and I could sleep on it. Like I could literally, you know, go through my dreams and all of that kind of stuff. Yo, it left something. I was like, wow. Anytime I see villainry like this, I salivate. I get excited. It is the bad in Thai. Like, you know, this is what I yearn for from directors taking risks. Don't listen, no bet, nothing is off the table. Maybe we got to kill a baby. Maybe not. Either way, listen, when he took that baby, I knew it was about to get good. I was already like, okay, this is crazy. But then when he put the baby down on the joint and I was like, this is about to happen. I like don't get me wrong. In real life, I would never want anything to happen to a baby. just so I feel like I gotta preface that because there are haters out there. Like in real life, I would never. Bad Ty loves the kids.
Hashtag Bad Ty kills children.
Yeah. So just in real life, never. On TV, kill a baby, kill two. I'm just saying. when that dude took that baby and put that baby down there, put that baby, I said, "You're moving up my list. Where will you land? Only time can tell." And you guys already know how my list of villains. Who's at the top of my list of villains?
Yeah, Joffrey.
Well, not anymore.
I was just so sad. Oh! Brother Dusk is at the top.
First of all, in order to get to the top of my list, there has to be some things present. All right. Number one, you gotta have a name, and not just any name, but a good name. I don't think there's a name that gets better than Darkness.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Darkness. Darkness is pretty sick. That is pretty sick.
I was like, Darkness. Oh, they have changed the game. You are no longer Dusk, but in essence, what is Dusk? Dusk is right before Darkness.
It is.
So,
It is
like,
true. It is true.
So when I was watching this, and they said Darkness, I was like, damn. So you going deep with it. He said, yeah, I'm killing babies and shit. I'm killing babies. I'm killing brothers. I'm killing mothers. There is no loyalty
planets,
to anything. To anything. I only care about me. That is the most villainous shit I've ever heard. I don't care about nobody but me. Oh my God. Listen, all I'm gonna say is I'm with you guys 150%. The writing on this season finale is what we as fans wait for. And listen, let's talk about a finale, right?
Right.
A finale should be an ending that is epic, of epic proportion, one that we love so much it gets us craving for more.
Yes.
And guess what? I came out of that shit with all of my motherfucking drug addictions. I was like, give me one foundation. I need a foundation right now. I might do some things I ain't never did for that foundation. Like, yo, this that's where I came. I know everybody who watched this shit came out of this foundation episode with this feeling of I need more. Give me more.
Yeah.
We had a conversation I think 2 weeks ago on Foundation, and I think I brought it up then where I said, "Yo, we're not talking enough about Beta and the what you call it what's his name?
Warren.
Yeah. So we're not talking about them enough." And one of the things that I suspected was that she was a metallic. I did bring that up, and I said it because when she told the who we thought was the mule that he should leave. Remember when they was in the little makeshift hospital or whatever they were, where and then he was talking greasy to thing, and she was like, "I think you should leave." He just left.
Yeah,
I was like, that was
yeah. You know what? I didn't think about that. Yeah, that did happen. And I do remember being like,
yeah, that was very odd. Like she commanded him to do something, and he just did it. Interesting. So I thought at that moment, I was like, I wonder if she a metallic. But the shift and the switch, like this, the way that they did it and set it up, like it. I know most people came in and was like, whoa, now that is what you call a twist. Like the fact that it was Beta all along and she was orchestrating all this from behind the scenes while filming her scenes. Like this is, you don't understand. Like these two were basically social media influencers. Like this is what their life was. They were literally when we first encountered them by the pool sipping whatever while being videoed for the masses. So this is who we were introduced to as them. But the whole time she's the puppet master. And listen, I cannot say enough about this season. if there's an award that needs to be given, it should be there is no competition. And I love Alien Earth, but I cannot in any way, shape, or form co-sign anything outside of Foundation for every award that they have for best this, best actor, best supporter, best this, give it best everything for Foundation season 4. And man, oh my gosh, the bar has been set so high that I'm like, what else can you do to blow our minds in the next season? Like, you've done every single thing. Yeah. But I mean, I listen, and I'll get out of here. Again, Darkness, #1 villain of all time. The director. Listen, if you're gonna kill a baby, the best way to kill a baby on screen is to just turn it to ash. Like, no, I don't want you to do nothing to the baby, stab the baby. I don't want you throwing the baby up in the air, letting it hit the floor. I don't want you stomping the baby. Don't want you putting it in a bag, slaying it. I don't want to see none of that.
You giving it some thought.
Yes.
A lot.
If you're going to kill the baby on screen, disintegration is the best way to go. We just seen it. It is what it is. I'm sorry, not sorry, but listen, this darkness killed about 50 generations of clones in one fell swoop. This dude killed everything. The amount of body parts that just fell.
Oh my gosh!
Again, the director, chef's kiss.
And then there was some of them were alive, like moving, like just.
Yeah.
Not show
like fish.
Let's just think about this for a second, Vince. Last episode, we thought this motherfucker was already like Looney Tooney Tune when he just killed billions and billions of people. Didn't bat a fucking eye. Went and had a meal afterwards. This is what I'm talking about. Is next level villainy. Next level villainy. Kill everything and go eat a meal. Kill the baby and go sit on your throne. Matter of fact, kill a baby, then kill your brother, then kill whoever else is in the room. That's what I'm talking about. Next level villainy. We need these kind of villains, Marvel. We need a one. Just give me one. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want one villain of this magnitude who has no real purpose other than justifying himself as being. I just want to be, and anybody who is against me being has to go. Mama, I'm sorry, you gotta go. Pops, I'm sorry, you gotta go. Baby bro, I'm sorry, not sorry, you gotta go. Everybody gotta go, man. It's the clearance sale. This is it. Everything's got to go. We putting it on the line. $5, $10, $15. Everything's got to go. That's all I'm saying. Woo!
Yo, somebody towel that man out right there. That man working hard, boy.
Get him some water. Get him some water.
Get that man some water, man. Come on. All right. Oh, go ahead. Yes.
The thing I think I love most about this show is if you've not heard anything about it or seen anything about it and you just started watching it, it's one of those shows that literally you can submerge yourself into. My husband, he didn't watch any of the seasons before season 3 came out, and he kept seeing all of the awesome news and everything on Apple TV trying to like push it out. And he was like, you know what, maybe I should watch this. And he watched it and fucking fell in love with it. So I think this show is a catalyst for shows for people who don't normally watch, series like this. And they're like getting into, sci-fi and just how exactly, all the layers involved. This show would be perfect for that because it has so many different layers. It appeals to so many different people in different ways. You use your brain, like trying to piece things together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so layered and it's so delicate. It's amazing. Like it's absolutely amazing. Cosign Foundation any fucking day. Go watch that shit on Apple TV.
I don't even think this is necessary, but if we're going to rate Foundation season 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate it? Ty?
10.
Yes.
11.
I'm gonna say 10 too, man. Like I'm it's a 10. Now don't get me wrong. It does get confusing. It's a little complex. You do have to pay close attention. So it's not for the meek. It's not for a layman meek who wants to watch things explode and just have everything simply laid out. It does work. Like literally when we had our meeting last week, Ty, like after we watched it, like I was like, okay, how did this like explain, you know? And Ant and Ty had to Ant Yes just like, okay. I was like, oh, okay, because like when you learn that Beta is the mule, I'm like, well, how long has that been the case? You know, was she the mule when the mule landed on her planet? You know, like there's so many more questions that we have. And also, you said, was it you or was it, I don't know, somebody on the panel said like there's only one more clone. There's not. Dawn is still around. He just don't have no legs, right? So we don't know what. And again, we don't know as we go into another now that we have a season 4 to look forward to. We don't know whether or not the story, as the seasons tend to time jump, if it's going to even involve anybody from this timeline. You know,
but robots.
It has to. It has to, like, because if you get rid of dark after darkness just pulled all of that, and then next season there is no darkness because it's 357 years later, then that totally you're missing everything that was, unless they do not foreshadowing, but
the flashback.
Yeah, unless they do flashbacks. And I'm telling you, like right now, you have a star. A star was born right before our eyes. The whole time he's been lurking and just playing the background. I think Brother Day was clearly the star, like the star of the Empire Squad. He was the clear-cut star. But low key, who knew that my man, like Darkness, was the real star? Like the way, to do it with laughter. Like this nigga killed his brother and laughed about it, and then laid next to him and went to pour him a drink. Like, oh, not for you. I guess like the sinister, like the level of it's like in that moment, it gave Palpatine, it gave every dark, villainous being that we've encountered over the course of years and years of watching television. It gave it from the very inception of a villain. It's giving the birth of Mr. Sinister, of that sinister dude that is like, yo, like there's no reason outside of I just want to be. Like all of this was a traumatic episode that happened where he so feared death that it pushed him to do the unthinkable, to survive. His survival thing came in and he was like, it's me against the world. No Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's me against the world. And he literally, everybody who was not for him being was against him. And he killed his mama, in essence, his brothers, his babies, everybody had to go, man. Everybody. And that's God, I love it.
Next level Menendez brothers shit. What's up, Yaz?
Okay, so the tool that they tell the fucking psycho history with, what is the tool called?
The Prime Radiant.
The Prime Radiant. Okay, so my question here is, for the next season, are we going to, because I mean, obviously Demerzel died with the Prime Radiant inside of her, and it was indestructible, as we learned, you know what I'm saying? Like that freaking laser it destroyed a robot, but it couldn't destroy the Prime Radiant. So my question is Darkness now going to use that to see if the trajectory of when the timeline was supposed to, remember, they only had like 3 to 4 months right now before the timeline completely, because the mule. So my
Right.
question is, are we going to see Brother Dusk start trying to use the Radiant to try and see if the timeline has been changed now because of all the events that happened with the mule and everything like that?
Ty.
So what we learned in that moment, and this is where you had to really, really pay attention, was it wasn't the mule. The mule wasn't the reason that the Empiric dynasty ended. Remember, they said that, like, when they looking at the Prime Radiant, there was a period that happened and then everything went dark.
Right.
Like, that was foreshadowing
Brother
of darkness being
Understood.
the reason that the Empiric dynasty ended. So
Okay.
really, what you
Nice.
saw in the Prime Radiant was him. He was the real one that was
Understood.
yeah. So the whole time they misinterpreted the way that it was broken down on the Prime Radiant. They misinterpreted it, and I think it was Demerzel, either Demerzel or Day, who said it was you all along, or like it was you. It was you. You were the
end of the Cleonic destiny.
Yeah, they called it something, but he was the obstruction or the thing that caused the line to end. And like, yeah, he was the thing. So it was always him. It always came down to him. So that was the crazy part. That was like, that's why I said this, like, it was such a twist of fate and twist of all of the things that you're like, boom, because remember, before, when we leave the mule is getting fucked up by Gale.
That's
Gale
true.
was like, yo, his music only works for me now.
Yeah.
We done made it to where his music empowers me. So look, in that moment, we know that the mule's not dead, but we also know that the mule was incapacitated in that moment. So that had nothing to do with nothing. Like, it was like, oh, they had they face off. Gale walked away. The mule was on his knees, and here we are. Let's fast forward. We're going over here to Trantor, where the empire is basically ending. You see the explosion of all of the clone tubes that facilitate all of the generations of Cleons going going further into the distance. So what we like, my hope for the next season is that we pick up right from there, and that darkness continues to be the vicious, dark, like conniving.
Because he's got nanites, he's never gonna die.
I still hold this gun, this ray gun, that I can explode your planet at any given time. At the drop of a dime, if I feel some type of way, you up out of here. And I need that type of energy, because now what it's forcing everybody to do, and I believe that's what the whole push to what we saw is aiming at, is it's going to make everyone join forces. Now we have to join forces to go up against this dude who has a gun that can annihilate anything, who has no real, empathy or thought processes other than, I'm just gonna make sure that everybody's under my thumb at this point. So like, that is gonna, like, if that's what happens, next season is gonna be dark. It's going to be vicious. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be everything that you need in a war, because guess what? War is upon us.
Well, what do you think is going to happen with the robots then? Because if darkness is taking over, obviously Gale is going to have to start pivoting, because now the mule, which was her biggest threat and the humanity's biggest threat, is not anymore. It is now Brother Darkness. Still, Empire is still at the top, terrorizing everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now he's the biggest, that's like the biggest threat out of everything going on right now. But wait, Demerzel just sent out a fucking homing beacon to her people, and now they're like, I'm coming to Earth.
Well, it technically wasn't Demerzel, right? It was the new robot or whatever that was.
Well, she connected with it. She did the connection in order to, and that's why they were like, oh, Demerzel doesn't have it.
Like, Demerzel can't do that.
Like, that bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? It was real, like, standoff, like, oh, that's not Demerzel, that's someone else. Like, we don't know who this is, but Demerzel can't do that shit. We know that.
New robot, who this? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, And all right, but before we get to,
I think that if I'm not mistaken, and someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the other robot's name is Daniil.
Oh yeah, there
Well,
was
no, they were waiting. They were waiting for Daniil to come. You see what I'm saying? Like, because she was supposed to initiate the handshake with that robot. Like, in order for that robot head.
That's Kali or some Khaled.
Yeah.
Kali. That's the black robot. No, Daniil is the head that he brought back from
the
Mycogen. Yeah, Mycogen. That was the robot head that basically turned into a projector and put the coordinates and then connected. And that's what they were saying is that Demerzel connected with that head of the robot, which is Daniil, and something. And then she said it's time. And then you see Earth in the background, or what looks to be Earth in the background, or whatever. But the biggest threat is still the biggest threat. Like that. Let's not move past that. The mule still is the biggest threat. Why is the mule the biggest threat? Because it can literally control whoever it wants outside of Gale, right? So with that being said,
and the robots.
Well, and robots, obviously, yes. So if that's being said, then if the mule comes in contact with darkness and then takes him under her control, now she's the one that has the gun.
Oh shit!
Everybody and do whatever and all of that kind of stuff. And now he doesn't have to rely on a Demerzel to tell him yes or no. He doesn't have to rely on a Brother Day to also agree with him. Mm-hmm. And Dawn as far as he knows, Dawn is dead.
Yep.
So until Dawn resurfaces and challenges for the position on the throne, then that's it. But this is why I'm saying when you have such a huge threat like darkness, it forces everybody who knows or kind of knows that he has this gun to try to come together and be like, look, we got to stop him first and foremost. We gotta just like in Star Wars, we gotta take out the Death Star. Like if we don't take out the Death Star, all of this other shit don't matter.
Yeah,
because they gonna blow our planet up. They're gonna blow our rebel forces up, and this weapon cannot be in the universe. So yeah, right.
The stupid ass balloons. Like I don't know what this has to do with balloons, but anyway, yo, Ty, to add on to that, I feel like this season was almost a pseudo merging of Foundation and Star Wars.
Kind of.
Like it's almost like this season Foundation became Star Wars. Like we now have an empire with a Death Star versus the rebellion. You know what I'm saying? With folks with Jedi mind tricks that are being used to serve their purpose. Like it literally is like this ushered us. Like I'm tempted to read the book. I want to read the book now. I might even want to start right where this ends off. Like I don't even want to read the whole thing. Like where's the part where Empire becomes, because I'm like so into it. So, but I do want to add on to one thing you said, just to add a little bit of perspective to this as well. You mentioned how this character is kind of taking the place of Joffrey, which is phenomenal because you stood on business for Joffrey holding the trophy for being the greatest villain of all time for the longest. Mm-hmm. I think not the only difference, but one of the biggest difference in this particular instance is that Joffrey was an asshole from birth. Nothing needed to happen to make Joffrey into an asshole. He was just, his own family was like, oh my God, like this kid is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no nexus moment, so to speak, where he was like, yo, I don't know, man. With Dust, he gave these motherfuckers every opportunity.
Yeah, conciliator to darkness.
Literally, like all he wanted to do was live. And he's like, wait a minute, let me get straight. We got 50 clones in a refrigerator upstairs that's kicking and screaming inside some water bottles, right? And you want me to walk to my death for what? They're like, why can't you put me in a closet? Send me to a planet. Like, I just want to live. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, nah. And I remember he was like, all right, well, fine. If I gotta go, I gotta go. All right, before I go, planet, you gonna go ahead and die. I'm gonna kill your planet because your wife is on it. And all right. And then Demerzel was like, I still gotta kill you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I get it. All right, fine. And like, So in this particular instance, for me, Ty, this is really a statement of structure collapse. This is really an instance in which the system was the culprit. The system made this villain. The system created this guy. Them having to kill him is what made him go nuts. Because literally, if he was like given another month, I think you have a completely different outcome. But they were so set on his death date. And because it worked for all these other Cleons, I think it was like the 30th or the 29th or something like that, because it worked for all of these. So we're going to march you right to your others. Meanwhile, there's other Cleons that have been killed that they just went, pushed the button, and just brought a whole nother one back in the midst of their life. You want me, who loves my life. I even got a little chick that I had that I let her keep her memory, and she, you know what I'm saying? Like I like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we could walk off to sunset with her. Yeah. And y'all won't even let me do that. And on top of that, the planet that I hail, the empire that I hail, and the politicians that represent that bureaucracy had the nerve to come to me, the ruler of everything, and tell me that they about to give my planet away. You're not asking. You're not sitting there saying, I'm throwing out ideas. I just want to see what you think about it. You was like, nah, I'm not here to consult. We just came to inform you. And so what was the first thing he said after he blew up the planets? He was like, oh, I just wanted to inform you. You know what I'm saying? So this is an instance. This is the beauty. I'm just speaking about the beauty of Foundation, because they could have easily just made this a maniacal asshole who just wants to kill and just has no meaning for it. But they really literally gave everybody in the entire Empire staff a chance to not make him into the villain, but they made him into the villain. And that's the funny part to me. Not funny, but that's the ironic part, is that the structure that held this whole entire universe or this galaxy together for so long is also the structure that pushed him to insanity, that made him want to kill off whoever the hell got in his way. Now I do. Go ahead. What's up, Ty? Oh.
I just wanted to say this last piece, right? It's the way it goes together. The fact that his name is Darkness, and the fact that everything he did was from the shadows, like it just like from building the quote unquote Death Star. He did that from the shadows. Nobody knew about it until he told everybody about it, or told, who he told about it. Then Brazil didn't even know about it. So like the stuff that he's been the way that the director kept him in the background for this moment, for this very moment, like, right. You know that he's there, but you don't pay a lot of attention to him because we're over here following Day and his struggle.
He's not a threat.
And he's older. He's older. He gives the appearance of vulnerability and feeble. All of that, and feeble and all of that kind of stuff. So the fact that he comes out this way, and this is an iconic coming out party. Like, this is iconic. I agree with you that there was trauma that turned him, but I also believe that this always resides in all of them, because this is a DNA type thing. Mm-hmm. I think that the telling time when things were starting to be unlocked is when he killed Day's little ferret, stomped it out. And I was like, you know how sick you gotta be to stomp out a ferret? Like,
he ate the brain of the baby lamb.
Yo, I'm just saying, like this dude, yes. He's like, there were signs that he was definitely not the same thing with Nibs from Alien Earth. Ooh. Like,
with the baby?
Absolutely we caught up. Nibs was always messed up, because what you find out is she had trauma. She had trauma. Somebody must have touched her or did something to her, may probably, molested her, and which is why the whole baby thing. Mm-hmm. I think that's like that. This was always there. I think it was always there for Dusk, Dawn, and Day. It just takes a moment or something to happen traumatic to unlock that part of your mate.
Right. Well, let me take a little. Let me challenge you a little bit. This Dusk
Yes.
was the most recent iteration of Dusk. There have been many Dusk that walked to their deaths.
Yes.
I am curious as to the last days of all the other Dusks. If they willingly walked to the incinerator, or if there was a moment where they was like, nah, fuck all that. I'm taking y'all with me.
They show us those moments. So before we know that Dusk is making the Nabacular, when he's trying to basically groom Dawn into, you know, becoming the new day, and they're, you know, looking through all their memories to find out how long the first Cleon lived compared to their life sentence, basically, when they were, you know, in that chamber in Empire. They got to see, if you remember, they got to see all the different Dawns, or I mean, I'm sorry, Dusk, basically going to the incinerator to get, you know, incinerated. And only two of them tried to run. 3 in total ran. 1 was successful, and that was Darkness. So the first one, you see him, like, you know, walking, and then he's like, and then tries to turn around, and Demerzel's right there, and she like turns him around and pushes him.
Oh man.
And then the next one, the dude, like, and you literally, you see him, he's like, run, man. And like, it's the same thing. She freaking stops him, pushes him in there. And I'm like, damn, like when it's time to be incinerated, Demerzel does her job, and she makes sure. So, I mean, but if you look, though, like you said, Bad Tie, it is in them. It's in their DNA. I mean, like, you know, some of them, yes, they rose above and they just went to their deaths. But some of them were like, I don't want to fucking die right now. Like, I want to fucking live, just like Darkness did. But you know what? Darkness was like, you know what? I'll fucking try with you people. I asked Demerzel a bunch of fucking times. I asked Dawn a bunch of fucking times. I even asked Day a bunch of fucking times. I went above and beyond. You know what? Every fucking time you guys were like, sorry, you're going to die. I think the last, like, biggest push in why he actually killed Day was when Day came back to give Demerzel the head. He was like, they had a conversation. He was like, Dusk, I can help you live. I can give you more days. He's like, too fucking late.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He did.
He was like, fuck you. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Like, it's my way or the highway now. All y'all are fucked. Like, he fully went full tweak mode and was like, you know what? I'm burning the castle down. You motherfuckers don't care. I don't care anymore.
I think maybe Ty, the difference with this Cleon is that there is a mule around, right? And that poses a different threat, which makes everybody a little more antsy. All the other Cleons didn't have to worry about a threat as great as a mule that was willing to take over. That was almost at the point of taking over the galaxy. So that might have been one of the contributing factors, you think?
Absolutely. Distraction. I mean, Demerzel said it herself. There's too many things going on today. That's too many. Like Dave was like, yo, it's just like it's too much shit. It's too much shit from like going on right now. Like, and so the distraction was needed in order. Because think about it, in order for him to set explosives on each and every level of that place, that takes time.
Hell yeah,
like, and you have to do it undetected.
Yeah.
So you have to have people to do that for you. He didn't do it. You know, his old ass ain't get up climb all the way up there and do that shit. So
Demerzel don't find out.
And that's why I said you got to do it. You got to do it undetected. So at this point, when you see all of the stuff he's got a whole remote control that literally can explode each and every last, level of this whole establishment. And he's ready to do it all the way up until, like, I'm going to save the baby for, like, bro, do you realize, like, you said something here today, like, this was where Star Wars found its way into becoming a Sith. This was the birth of the Sith, and how a Sith becomes a Sith. Like, even think about it from terms of how Anakin became a Sith. He had to go into a school and kill kids. So this is that. This is the literal blueprint on how to become evil.
Wow.
Like, this is that. We saw it here, right on. This is the foundation of how to become evil.
Let me add on to that. And the reason why Anakin had to kill kids was because he wanted to preserve life.
Yep.
It wasn't his own life. It was Padme's life. Yep. But ultimately, the choice between my life and these kids' life, or a life that I want and kids, selfishness. I don't even want to say self-preservation.
It was for her and the baby's lives is why he did that, to save hers and the kids' lives, is why he went on that whole like I'm fucking chopping down all the fucking mini Jedis, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's like that point of no return. Both these motherfuckers reached that shit, and they were like, you know what? I'm going full. I'm going in.
Let me say this too. I know there's a lot of comparisons of the Death Star with this what is he called?
Novacular.
The what?
Novacular.
The Novacular. I know there's a lot of, but allow me to just throw this out there that we can move on. This shit is worse than the Death Star. This shit, the Death Star ain't got this. The Death Star actually asked to move close to your planet. If you remember, every time the Death Star was about to shoot something, they looked up in the sky, or they was getting. They had to travel to that planet to shoot them. This shit was set in wherever the hell it was, and was shooting from wherever it was. Like it didn't have to like travel. The shit was just wherever. You know what I'm saying?
Even more importantly than the Death Star, it doesn't have to recharge. That shit can shoot and then shoot again.
At one fucking time, right?
Pew, pew. The Death Star shoots and it's got to recharge in time.
Right.
We got to recoup all of the energy that it took to. No, this shit is. Like, yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. You not playing with nothing.
That black hole was insane. Yeah. Like all the galaxies that popped in from the fucking from the planet being destroyed was insane. Yeah, you're so right, Ty.
Yeah, man. So look, but let me say this last piece, and then if y'all don't mind, I'll talk a little Alien Earth. Yeah. I want to say that, Ty, I have a bad feeling that you may be disappointed because I sense if we're going based off history, we have yet to have any season that correlates with the prior season timeline, but based on a timeline. Every season there is a significant time jump. Yeah. Now I would think that this would be no different. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that we now have a new place, but what I think that they might do is there might be another darkness, like a darkness clone of the darkness, where now the new order of business isn't that there's an empire, there's a dusk dawn, and there's a day, but now there's just darkness, and there's another darkness, and there's another darkness. You know what I'm saying? He may have natural kids through childbirth, who knows? But I sense that we're not going to pick up the next season right where this one leaves off. That's all what I'm saying.
I feel like we're going to expound more on Calais and her story and how, like, with the, with her dimensions and the 9 folding, because if you really think about it, in every single series, that was a pinnacle moment for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we discovered how to use the 9 folding, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is what changed everything for everyone, for Gale, for Harry. Like, it's what keeps us moving. You know what I'm saying? And then she shows up again with the robots. I think this is going to go into, you know what I'm saying? Like, her story, how the fuck does she keep popping up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is she? Is she a cyborg? Is she like an AI? Like, what exactly is her story, and why is her story so important for the Foundation in creating this universe? Because obviously she's been around for a really long time. You know what I'm saying? Her teachings have been because Gale learned about them when she was on her planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the teacher that, like, he was like, I can't let all these books, when they banned reading in her planet, like where she's actually from, he literally died with those things tied, that the 9 folding was tied to him in the ocean. She went in the ocean and got it out to learn about it so that she can learn how to basically solve the prime radiance. So I think Callie's story is what we're going into, and how it connects with the robots, and how all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, why that is so important with the robots and the history with the robots. Because I don't know.
Yep. Good point. But I think that is very significant that them robots was on the moon in the Earth's orbit at the very end.
See what I mean?
I don't know what that means and why we're now being introduced to Earth.
Cybertron.
It is kind of giving Star Wars meets Terminator, right? There's like a with the robots joint. And yeah, thank you for I didn't even realize that the dude that we met, the robot guy, was the dude in the painting. Like I didn't even put that together.
Anthony pointed that out because he was like, remember the painting? We kept seeing the painting of like Brother Dusk when he was like painting it. And I was like, yeah, that giant robot that was like he was bald, like he was a robot. And he was like, yeah, that was that fucking, and I was like, no way. So I went back. He is dead on. It is literally that guy to the fucking T. So Foundation, that's in all their stories. So it's got to be something that we're going to actually learn about now. Like with that lineage that's on that wall, we know nothing about it, why it's so fucking important. We know that there's details on there, like the birds, you know what I'm saying? That like Brother Dusk or Brother Dawn killed that Brother Dusk, you know what I'm saying? Like caught him and noticed that he was different. You know what I mean? Like there's significant things and stories that like go into that mural, but we don't know what history is behind there, why that mural and the depictions that are on there are so important.
Well, hold on, time out, quick time out. Metatron, one of our gang members in the chat, Metatron from Supernatural, from the Bible, you angelic figure. You've read the books? Because if so, we need to talk to you. I need to talk to somebody who's read the books. I haven't read them. Are the books even called Foundation? What are the names? I don't even know what the books are called. So
right, that's a good question.
I got to get up on that. I feel like an idiot with a show based on this. We're supposed to tell you what that is, but it's just a natural conversation, man. So Metatron, if you've read the books, then you need to slide into our DMs so we can shoot you a link.
Whoever has read the book, slide into our DMs.
Yeah, if you read the books, man, consider yourself an honorary guest because we need to discuss what the differences are, what to expect, what they may or may not have missed, what they changed. Things like that. That will be awesome, man. But we've already given this show, the season at least, a 10 out of 10. And I got to say, that's a big deal because every show does not have a 10 out of 10 season. And I'm going to throw this real quick quip in there, and then we'll go on to Alien Earth. But I just watched the Star Trek season finale, Ty, and I was very disappointed. I can't believe we were so episode 1 through 8, chef's kiss. Then we got to 9 and 10, and I was like, "What are we doing?" I was like, "What are we doing?" And we don't have to get into it right now. I only bring that up just to show by comparison that even with shows that we love, it doesn't necessarily mean that the product is always going to be what we hope for. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I had huge high expectations for that finale of Star Trek because they started so good. That show was literally, it was 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 2. That's how I would rate all the episodes of that. But anyway, Star Trek Foundation, all definitely in the world of science fiction, as is, of course, Alien Earth, which is something we'll also wrap up just for a little bit, guys. I know we don't have a whole crowd full of folks that are into this show, but we are watching it. And I got to say, the show is not letting up. It is
giving me nightmares.
Is it giving you nightmares?
Nightmares. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I go to the bathroom at night, I'm like, I need a fucking nightlight because if a xenomorph comes popping out on me when I'm trying to go pee, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know when you're in your house and your house makes like weird, like random noises and stuff, and I'm like, is that chittering? Fucking drool's about to come off me. I swear to God, this fucking show. I haven't watched something with like a blanket covering my eyes and my fingers in a really long time. And this fucking show right here, swear to God, hands down, I'm scared for every scene that comes on the fucking screen. Like bro, I don't know how else to tell you about this fucking show, but this shit is next level. Alien, oh my God, I never want to see one of these things. This is exactly why, Vince, I will never fucking go to space. You will never see me sign up for that shit. Ever. This shit right there. If I saw an eyeball with tentacles coming fucking running at me, oh hell the fuck no, I would have a heart attack right there.
All right. Calm down. All right. Time out. Flag on the play. There's so many reasons to not go to space, yes. All right. Number one,
all of them are death related, is why I'm never going.
There's no breathable air. All right. There's a gravity issue. There's this whole pressurized issue.
The food. I'm out.
It's food. It's not a restaurant. It's space.
Food. Yeah. What the fuck is that? I can't eat toothpaste. What the fuck?
But the one thing that shouldn't keep you from going to space is the threat of aliens from a movie from a TV show that came on a freaking.
Listen, we just had a UFO hit one of our satellites, and it was like actually like, you know, we actually saw it actually happen. Okay, we don't know what the fuck is up there, okay? And we keep trying to learn things. We're gonna bring home a xenomorph or one of these motherfuckers right here. I swear to God. Hell the fuck no, man. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, and then it turns to one eyeball, and then it takes over the whole body. Fuck that thing, dog. Just like, oh my God, if I had a book, I would fucking just like, oh my God.
Yo, this thing is starting to be my favorite character in the freaking show while you bullshitting. Yo, this thing and the little lamb and just be looking at your ass like.
No, he's and then he's like standing up looking at you like,
yo, well, listen. This all right. I said this last week too, but I think maybe it wasn't last week, maybe it was the week before. One of the best parts about this show, because when Ty first told me about the show, I was like, Alien, you know, I kind of, you know, after Prometheus and, you know, some of the movies, I was like, all right, you know, and some of them have been good. I admit, like some of the most recent ones haven't been trash, all right, but there was a period where it was like, all right, AVP, all right, you know, so when it was done, I was like, oh, okay, all right. But then he was like, yo, you know how, you gonna be like, this the best show. And so I was like, all right, whatever. I started watching it at first. The first episode, I was like, all right, this is what I expected. All right, and it is what it is. But by the second episode, when they started getting into cyborgs, synthetics, but more importantly, the different alien species outside of the xenomorph and the body snatchers that we're used to, that's when I started to get really intrigued. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've been thinking of Alien Earth as like, oh, we're going to get big xenomorph guy. He's going to come down somewhere. Earth is going to be all about how the xenomorphs take over the aliens on Earth and all that other stuff. And then they become members of the culture, just like it is in Star Trek, excuse me. But come to find out, what I'm learning is Alien Earth doesn't necessarily mean xenomorph Earth, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Because that's what the first thing I'm thinking is Alien Earth means one of these dudes and Earth. But no, there's a whole bunch of different aliens. And so when we're talking Alien Earth, it's not just Sigourney Weaver and the thing inside its mouth and them putting the eggs in your heart. And no, there's a whole bunch of other shit to worry about. There's a freaking wasp that spit acid on a synthetic's face and it melted off. You know what I'm saying? There's a freaking eye that inhabits your body through your eyeball. But I think that the eye, oddly enough, is a good guy. That my instinct is still telling me.
Not. He's trying to get the fuck out. That's why he wanted. Listen, he trapped that motherfucker in the cage. First of all, he was watching him, saw him doing that stupid, like, I don't know what the fuck that whole ordeal was with him trying to put the food in. Like, dude, open the door, slide the food, close the fucking door. Why do you have to turn the whole? I was like screaming at him, like, you're gonna get stuck. And then sure enough, what did the damn sheep do?
Dunk.
Fucking.
Yep. Well, hold on. I don't know.
Trapped him in there so that way he could get stuck. So that way someone would come and help him out. They would try and be frantic, and then maybe they would accidentally choose the sheep, and then the sheep would fucking get out. That thing is beyond fucking smart. It's like next level genius. Okay, like I think the biggest target thing that we should be scared of in this series is the fucking eyeball. The xenomorphs, yes, they're scary, but the eyeball can inhabit your entire body. Like let's start there.
But the eyeball literally fought a xenomorph.
No.
Like they're not on the same team.
No.
What's up?
All right. So, when it comes down to these aliens, you have to think about what we just finished talking about for 30 minutes on Foundation. Survival. Mm-hmm. When that survival instinct kicks in, do whatever you have to do to survive.
Yep.
And I think that you're right, there are multiple different species of aliens on these ships, some in which the alien may work with, and some in which it has a very aggressive relationship with. We saw how it reacted to the xenomorphs. We saw how it reacted to the other alien that shot its load into the water. I don't know what else to call it, man. It shot its kids.
You're talking about the leech
the
thing,
water. Yes.
the little like, oh god, that was so gross.
It shot it into the lady's water, and those things. Remember, look all of its babies was in the water. So I mean, I don't know what else you call that. I mean, listen. If you can come up with a better term, by all means, apply it. But
I wish it had a sound when it did it. That would have been even better.
Yeah.
And then it was like just flew away, you know.
But we know that those particular species are like a spore. They have like a spore thing where they release a spore and then it makes you hemorrhage from the inside out. So that's another species. What it looks like is that eyeball is more than just an eyeball. What it does is it looks like it maps your DNA and then starts to change. Did you notice that the eyeball changed into the exact same copy of the eyeball that was on the other side of the goat's head?
Yes.
Which it initially didn't do, which tells me that it is mapping that goat's DNA to be able to either turn into a goat itself, because that is a small thing. So I don't know if it has to attach and then map your DNA and then becomes you. So like the invasion of the body snatchers, like this is literally that what we're seeing in real time when in terms of how these things turn into the next level. So we saw that one trying to help that lady because the species, maybe that was one that it's aggressive towards. So it wasn't trying to let that species get out before it got out. Maybe it could kill each other. I don't know. These are a lot of assumptions. But what I'm saying that I do know is that eyeball definitely knew exactly what it was doing by hitting that glass and locking him in here. Yaz, you got to understand, and this is where good directing comes into play. You can never forget that these robots are actually kids. You cannot forget that.
I don't.
Well, to your point, you said, why didn't his dumbass just stick the thing in there?
Oh, yeah, okay, you're right.
Out?
You're right.
Yeah, it's because he's a fucking child.
You're right.
And
I forget that. You're right. I forget that point. And then you know what reminds me? The black kid. When he was like, when he was like so upset. He was like, you want to hang out with me? Fine. Everyone's lame. No one's like fun anymore. And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna go do what I gotta do, and then we'll hang out later. We will?
For real? Really?
Yeah.
You hang out? For real?
I love you. He's like, what are you doing? I'm giving you an
adult hug. I love that dude, man. He's like my favorite. He's like,
really? I feel like he's gonna die really bad.
He's not fun anymore.
I feel like he's gonna die really bad, Vince. Like that's why we like him so much. He's gonna die really badly.
Oh, I hope not. But let me go back to before our boy, because the dude who oh man, I gotta stop doing this. I gotta be better at this.
Oh, I got it. The names. Who?
The guy who y'all was talking about who went into the lab like an idiot, and
his name is
Toodles.
Toodles, right? Toodles. Well, Toodles is on. He was a superhero in something I just saw. I forgot what that was, but do y'all know?
He's been in a lot of different like random stuff. Like his I know what you're talking about.
What was it, Ty?
Kit. He was in the Shadow Shadow and Bones on.
Shadow and Bone.
Shadow and Bone.
Guns. He was the dude with the guns on Shadow.
Yeah, he was a badass. He was a badass in that shit.
He's been on a couple things. He's been on The School for Good and Evil, which was another magic-driven show.
He was on there.
That came on.
That's right. That's the show. That's the one. Actually, that's the one I'm talking about. Actually, that's the one I'm talking about. He was badass in that
Can
one too.
Can
I
we
think.
talk about this clip here from Times Square? Okay,
That's
this
dope.
advertisement right here. If I was driving and I didn't like know what was going on here, and I was going towards that fucking thing, this would make me crash. That shit would make me fucking crash. Straight up, I would be like, "Oh shit!" Fuck! Like God knows where the fucking steering wheel and how fast I'm going. Like everybody around would have been fucking dead. Like that is some scary shit. They better not do that shit in Orlando because if I'm on the fucking highway and I see one of those things popping out, I'm fucking done, dude.
Oh, that's really dope though, and I that corner is notorious. Well, I shouldn't just say that corner. I'm sure there's a lot of corners in the Times Square area. I would dare to say that's somewhere around 42nd Street, not too far from the Javits Center, and
coming out though. Fuck
it
that.
looks really dope. I love that integration. But yeah, if you were in New York, yes, you wouldn't see this while you were driving because you'd be on the train. And you'd be using your Metro card. No, I promise you would not. If you were, you'd be an idiot. If I'm being honest, because look, you see those cars, you see how they're not moving.
New York, driving in New York. Well, you're from New York, so you know the traffic. The traffic in New York is crazy.
No, it's not.
The traffic in New York is crazy, and on top of that, the driving of the cab drivers are the they drive like you will get in a cab in New York and be like, yo, and they be like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're okay. You'll be okay. I'm like, oh yeah.
And don't even get into the war. Don't even get into the war between cab drivers and Uber drivers. Like there's a whole war going on up there right now with like cab drivers and Uber drivers. But yeah, like now, don't get me wrong. New York City in its entirety, there are some soft spots. Queens, specifically Long Island. I don't know if people consider Long Island is technically not considered the city, obviously. But Queens, you can drive around in Queens in certain areas. All right. Brooklyn, you can drive around, but Manhattan, don't even think about it. Don't even try. Because I'm gonna tell you what, you might get away with going down the street for a couple minutes and not having to be in traffic. But when it's time to park, that's another 2 hours of driving because you ain't gonna be in the front. And if you got a parking garage, it's gonna be like $100,000. All right, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend driving in Manhattan. Now, Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, yeah, but Manhattan, nah, leave it to the train, bro. But anyway, I want to say this part. Toodles sealed his demise the moment he was asked to go to the lab, and old boy was like, "Is Curly with you?" And he looked back, was like, "No," and she was sitting right there.
Yep.
She was sitting right there with old boy, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to all myself because I've been reading books and I downloaded this and that." And so then he gets into
like, "Where are you going?"
And she's like, "Yo, you need some help?" He's like, "Nope." And so, lo and behold, your dumbass locks yourself inside the shit. All right, because there was nobody there to hold the door for you because you wanted to go and do this as a big boy all by yourself. That was the moment he said she's not here. I was like, "Oh, he's dead. He's dead."
He ripped off the door. Remember the door to feed that's why he opened it, because he ripped off he hulked that shit up.
But
and was like,
yes. He opened it and went all the way inside. Like he couldn't just slide. I would have been one of these.
Like he had the foot that shouldn't even be holding the door open, and it was like barely even that. That's why the sheep was waiting for his ass, dog. and then it was just watching him like, what's gonna happen?
Classic horror movie. That was literally the horror movie moment. You're like, don't go in the door.
Oh, I screamed. I screamed after the thing came out, and he was like on his arm, and he was like, "Oh, hey, little bug, hey," and then it was like, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's pissing on him! Oh my god!"
There was like a real quick moment where you were like, "Oh, look, it might be." You were like, "Oh yeah, it's an alien." That's what this movie is. That's what this show is called.
And then the fly thing was like eating its like synthetic blood, and it was like,
yeah. I love that.
So when the other ones, like when he left the door open, okay, like what the fuck? Can we talk about that part? Can we just skip forward and just like go into that with the whole Smiley trapping Dr. Glenn, I think his name was, or whatever the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so in this version, in this episode, in the most recent episode, as we all know, I forget his name.
I think it's Smiley.
Slightly.
That's what it is. Okay, Slightly.
Slightly is being coerced by Morrow to do his bidding, which is a whole thing in itself. Because how come he can talk? Why does he have a direct link to him?
Thank
Like,
you.
how come nobody else hears him?
Because he got the direct link when they were on the ship and they encountered him for the first time, and then he basically touched. He
Yeah.
touched and put some type of device onto Slightly's neck.
Gotcha.
Okay. All
And
right.
now, and by the way, the idea that no one else can hear him is not the case, because the whole time Kirsch has been monitoring conversations between Morrow and what you call it. And by the way, Kirsch is fully aware of what the fuck is going on in the lab, and told the boy genius that everything is all good.
Yes,
so
he did.
Kirsch, and I said this I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago, that the way that the boy genius kept belittling Kirsch and treating Kirsch as though he was just this a toaster oven.
Yep.
And like Kirsch was getting into his feelings, and he like, oh, he's synthetic, he can't have feelings. Well, apparently that's not the case. Apparently he can have feelings, and he's butthurt, and he's like, look, now it's fuck humans. I might just get rid of y'all. I might be like, getting rid of y'all might be the right thing to do.
I mean, I don't know if that's where he's going. I think it's a little more.
That's absolutely where
he's going towards fuck humans. I mean, I don't know if just because he doesn't like the boy genius, because he don't like Prodigy.
It's not just that. See, you got to pay attention to the conversations he's been having on the sideline. He's had a conversation with Wendy, and he told Wendy, because remember, Wendy told the doctor what Kirsch told her, and said, and so basically it's at this point where Kirsch is telling her, and also her brother, like how humans, like what he's perceiving from humans, and what they do. So I'm telling you, there's the the interaction between Kirsch and Morrow in the elevator. Like there's a lot going on.
But the conversation between him and Hirsch was more about the difference between synthetics and cyborgs, not humans. I mean, he definitely.
Did you not hear?
I heard him speak about the weaknesses of having human capabilities, but it didn't.
That's not it. See, this is why you got to listen better. What I'm telling you is, Morrow said to Kirsch, are you tired of what? That you're tired of the humans using you like such and such and such or whatever. Yep. And he was like, oh Papa, something. So it was more about the relationship between Kirsch and how his human creators are treating him, and Morrow was tapping into that because he saw that there was a little bit of like thing, and then he basically jabbed him with the whole you like where does the human end the machine thing? Mm-hmm. You're just mad because you're not all the way this, you know what I'm saying? It was that was a telling conversation, because it really talks about how you add yourself to anything you create. So like it's like that whole religious thing about being made in God's image, right? Mm-hmm. When it comes to Christianity, Christians believe that we were made in the image of God. And then if you think about it from the terms of a creator creating something that resembles himself and adding whatever pieces of himself to that thing, or that thing picking up on pieces of its creator and becoming that thing, then it starts to speak to the things that we're dealing with as a society right now, which is division and all of the kind of things of feeling like, because this is different and I don't understand it, I don't like it, or you know what I mean. And that was that whole back and forth between Morrow and thing, where it's like cyborgs aren't machines, and aren't synthetics, and synthetics is this and that. And it's like that. I was like, wow. So even with machines, we got this division, and you know what I'm saying? Like you can't even, you know what I mean? So there's a lot going on within this show and the layers of this show that I see, and I'm like, yo, that's a dope way to approach that. Like, that's like this this is getting like even with the aliens have the same problems. Like they're dealing with division and they're dealing with the different species not being able to coexist. It's like those things are like these are real-time problems that we have in the world, and you're getting to see it addressed by aliens and robots.
I love that. I love that. And I just want to jump back to the conversation in that elevator and how chilling it was and how brilliant it was to have those two beings confront each other in an elevator of all places, where it could have gone down and there was no walk away, quick escape. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so brilliant. It was so cold, the conversation. Morrow sitting there, oh yeah, it's funny. I love killing synthetics because they don't really feel. They're not real. It's like, I feel the same, but I know that must suck still having that human part, that you feel pain, so that when I'm taking out your eyeball, you still remember that you're human because of the pain. And they're just kind of like, and then they walk off the elevator, and you're just like, what's that emoji where Elmo's like that's how I was like, holy shit. They just had the most wicked beef session. Like, it was like a slap boxing mentally. And it was just so direct. It kind of reminded me of, you remember that there was a movie called The Program back in my day. You remember with Omar Epps, Tyra Banks, and Omar Banks? He was recruited to this college to play football, and on one of the first days, the quarterback for the team bucked up to him, and he was like, "Yo, what's your name?" He was like, "Rashid, quarterback," and he was like, "Don Travius, starting quarterback." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "All right, oh shit," you know what I'm saying? I was like, "All right." So it was just the amount of the dialogue, that scripted response from each of them was so on point. Like, I was not expecting to be this wowed by an alien project. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I was not expected to be. I expected to have that horror, alien, sci-fi thing, but like the level of complexity with the script writing and the different, not only characters, but the different types of characters, from the synthetics to the cyborgs to the, I'm assuming that there's something in between that, because there's like a synthetic that can feel, and there's a synthetic that can't feel. The hybrids.
Yeah.
Then you got the humans, and then you got the aliens have different, so great integration. Like, this right here is how you take a product and flesh it out so that we can look into some of the intricacies that go behind just the big boss that's the xenomorph. Like, I'm damn near don't give a shit about the xenomorph. Like, they've done such a good job at like giving us a wide array of characters and of different types of beings, that the xenomorph is almost the least thing. Like, it's like when you see it, it's like, okay, yeah, there's big boss, but it's not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the goat. I'm more worried about the shit that's skeeting in the cups of the folks. Like, great job, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's like making the Star Wars. It's kind of like Rogue One, where they're like, okay, yeah, we know we got Jedi and Sith and all that, but underneath all that, there's a really good story that we should tell. I don't know, maybe not a good
analogy. Bro, there's the funny part about this show is we have yet to even encounter all the aliens. Like, this is like, there's a particular alien that I'm still like wondering what the fuck it is. But remember when they first got on the ship and Toodles and Curly and even Smee were standing outside of the lab, and where there was this thing hanging from the ceiling,
the plant thing,
like a plant thing or whatever, and out of it comes this long tail, like, and then it goes back up in it. But we've only seen like this long tail come out of it a couple of times, and then it goes back in it. Well, we still don't know what's in that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we may have not even encountered the most dangerous of all the aliens yet, and that's the really really exciting part. Is we came into this thinking the xenomorphs were the worst we could be dealing with, because they're top level killers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, but low key, we have an eyeball who may have more intelligence than any of the smartest human beings on earth, and like times 100. And then we got, you know, these insect like creatures that every time we've encountered an insect at this point, they have some type of defense mechanism or something that is like, oh my god, like you get acid on you, you get spores that make you bleed from the inside out, you get like, and then here's the xenomorph. In this whole episode, we see him watching as all of this shit is going down. He's not panicking. He's not trying to go against the glass. He's very docile in that moment. When everything is happening, when the goat hits the glass, and then the things melt the dude, and then everything. When Slightly comes in and opens the cage to the seeds for the xenomorph babies and all of that. And they show the xenomorph, and he's watching it. He's just watching, just sitting there watching. And we also find out in this episode that Wendy is learning to communicate better with the xenomorph. The xenomorph is growing.
Yep, the baby xenomorph. Yeah,
he's communicating with it and developing a relationship with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, I really see this turning into her becoming like the xenomorph whisperer, and like she's being like the last defense, Earth's last defense against this alien onslaught of whatever. Because like this is getting crazy, man. Like this is really getting crazy, and all it takes. This is how crazy things are. All it takes is one of them things getting out. Just one. That's
right.
All it takes is one of them getting out off that island, and all hell breaks loose. As soon as that one gets out and then starts mass production, we're done for.
Prediction: that'll happen, or at least it'll be on the brink of happening at the very end of the season finale.
Mm-hmm. Like when the babies will get out of the eggs or something.
Yeah, that's the last thing we'll see. Then it'll fade to bar, like, oh, now it's out. But let me throw a couple other things on top of that. So in addition to what you said about how all this is happening, I want to circle back to a couple things that have happened that have been pronounced that we may have overlooked, such as the Five and the existence of the Five. Right, the 5 companies that have taken over the concept of government, right? And I loved the psychological impact of that meeting between Prodigy and Boy Genius is the Prodigy, the lady, I forget her name.
Prodigy, Prodigy is his company name.
Company name,
and then the other one is
something, right? Yeah. But my thing is, like, all of this is happening because of the greed that the ones at the top are harboring, and like they're literally about to unleash Earth as a complete infected alien planet because they're arguing about who should get what. And I gotta say, as nasty as old boy's feet were to look at in that scene, he killed that role. Like that part, that scene was funny. That shit. He was sitting there and he was just like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, go ahead." He puts his feet, his dirty ass, nasty ass, bare feet on the table, and the lady's like, "Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll give you, 15 billion." And he's like 20. She's like 10. He's like 25. He's like 20. Yo, like he played that shit so well. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was like, hey, I see you, Dexter's Laboratory. This motherfucker right here was I liked it. And then at the end, he got what he wanted. And was like, all right, well, I guess I'll give it to you at the end of the quarantine period. And she's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, you just agreed to 20 billion, and I'm still gonna keep this shit for 4 more months. I was like, oh, what? Man, I wish we had one of you in my culture, or many. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to go ahead and be Benjamin Crump for us. So I love that element of it. the whole element of the bureaucracy being the reason why this stuff's going down. The other thing that we haven't really talked about is your boy. Man, I'm bad with names. Y'all already know. I don't know names that well. I'll show up to you. You're like, who? I'm like, oh, the boy, the dude's brother, the girl's brother, her brother, his brother.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
His name is Hermit.
See, you don't either.
Hermit, yes. Joe is his name.
Yeah.
Joe. Oh, okay, Joe. All right. So him, and he has like a weird thing going on too, right? Because it's not just him like wanting to get his sister back. Like he's basically accepted that this is his sister, right? And as of right now, it doesn't feel like it really is. I think that he may have to, for some point, be like, oh, damn, it's not my sister. Because his sister is talking to aliens, defending aliens. They didn't ask to come here. You know, she's almost like saying like, yo, oh, poor aliens. Yo, feel bad for him. I can talk to one of them. He might be good. Good? Well, what is he going to do? Write a novel? What is he about to get? He's about to get baptized? Like, what, good? What did I never? Now, I will say, if they go down the direction, Ty, of giving us a blue velociraptor and we end up with like a friendly alien, I'm not going to be too receptive of that. I'm just going to keep it real. If we start having pet names for the alien and start like being all cozy and friendly because she was talking to one after it got hatched, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to keep it real. That's whack. I don't want to make friends with this alien species.
And get prepared because you're not going to like it.
Well, listen, I would much rather her go down a darker route and become more like the alien and more like the morphs than for them to start being humanized and to start trying to like distinguish which are the good versus the bad xenomorphs. Like, I'm not ready for that.
Well, this is the thing, and I think that's what we're kind of moving towards is being human determine good versus bad, like that, and that's what she's kind of going through right now. And she's made the statement to the lady, like, if this is what being human is, then I don't want to be human. Because like this is what a lot of the discussion I said about Kirk is. Kirk is watching in real time, you know, how humans act. He's been around, he's known how humans act and what they do and all of those kind of things. And everything that we're seeing, if we're really watching this with an open mind, the real evil ones right now are the humans. They're right. Nobody asked them to bring the xenomorphs didn't ask to come to Earth. Those other aliens didn't ask to come to Earth. They were snatched away from their homes. They were brought over here against their will. So you know, everybody on this show should know how to relate to that better than anyone. Yep. Like, I mean, it's really diving into what represents good and what represents evil. And I think that in terms of what we've seen so far, the real villains of this storyline are the human beings. They are the Boy Genius, they're Yutani Corp, they're the 5 corporations that are doing this shit and all of this kind of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and doing it in a way that puts us all at risk. Like that's the thing that you liked the fact that the boy Cavalier pulled up with his feet out and you know went in there and you know and did all you know said all of the right things. But the truth of the matter is his own arrogance is what's going to cause the Earth to become alien Earth. It's the same arrogance that Yutani was showing when they decided to have this ship come back to Earth. Like you're doing too much, and whenever you do too much, shit bad happens. And this is just another story of humans doing fucked up shit and winding up on the bad end of it, and then being like, "Oh man, I can't believe this happened. Oh, somebody, please." No, this is what happens when you make bad decision after bad decision.
Yes.
You know what I want to see? How the fuck did they capture all of these species? We didn't get to see any of that. You know what I'm saying? And like, remember, like at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, there was so much bloodshed and like we lost so many people getting these specimens. That's why they were so important to bring back and why Yutani was so like adamant about like whatever the case may be, the species are more important than the human lives.
Yeah, yo, that could be a whole show in itself. Yes, I would watch that. And it don't even have to be live action. You could give me an animated version of how they got all these species.
Think of how they're like foraging through, and then like, you know, they figure out that, you know, like acid is the blood, and like, oh, just all kinds of shit could just like go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I just see it now. Like they're walking through some synthetic, some hybrids, some humans. Then all of a sudden they see the egg, and then the egg pops out, and then, but it doesn't get the synthetic ones. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, how the fuck? Why did it only attack us? And you know what I'm saying? Then they find out that like it burst out through the chest, and you see what I'm saying? Like there's just so many layers of how cool this could be. I really, really hope that they dive into them capturing the fucking creatures, because they have so many. Like the ship is covered with them. They're in those containers. Right. How the fuck did they get a grown ass xenomorph in that fucking container? Like, please tell me this. I know that the Morrow dude, he electrocuted it and like put it in the cage,
right? Yeah,
in that weird like whatever the fuck that thing was, but I just have so many questions, and I want to see, you know what I'm saying, like how all these creatures, like they figured out like electricity was gonna, you know, neuralize them, and just there's just so many things that I'm curious about. I think.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff. What's up, Ty?
I just was gonna say that we kind of have seen something, you know, similar to exactly what you're talking about in Prometheus, when they basically and not just Prometheus, but I think in all of these alien shows, most of these explorations are scientific explorations,
right?
And so anytime that they encounter a new species, they get data on it and do everything that's why Kirsch accessed the computer systems to see all of the data that had been acquired in regards to all of the different species that they were able to run tests and all of this kind of stuff on. But I'm with you, Yaz. I would love to see maybe another version of Prometheus where they go and they show, you know, the scientific you know, studies that were going on, you know, how they watched the creatures and
yeah, because they had that whole encyclopedia of like documented on them. How the fuck did they get that? It's not like you could just, oh, there's, you know what I'm saying, I met a new species, you know what I'm saying, you have to study it. And they had 65 years to get it from fucking Earth, or from wherever they picked it up from, back to Earth, you know what I'm saying? And like in the last year or whatever is when shit went haywire. So you know what I'm saying? Like there's just so much things I think that this show in depth wise could like show us. Like there could be another, you know, counter series, or we could have, you know, Alien Earth Journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Journey to Alien, or like just something like that, because there's so many fucking species, and how the fuck did you capture them? One, realize how they can harm you. Two, and then like, you see what I'm saying? There's so many details in this show that they're bringing out that we've never seen them in any other show, especially with the different species. So I have so many questions about like how the fuck did they get them, and how they figure out those containers were gonna hold them. You see what I'm saying? Like,
oh wow, that's a good one too. I in my head I'm like, yo, I'm still trying to kind of figure out where Alien Earth fits on the timeline along with Sigourney Weaver's Alien movie. Mm-hmm. My suspicion was that this was a prequel. But what you're describing sounds like a prequel of this prequel, and I'm here for it. And I could even see like some alien bounty hunter badass group that gets paid billions upon billions of dollars to go sleep in a cryo chamber and then come out and then bring us these aliens because a guy like the Prodigy just wants to have that money. I could see it. I'm here for that type of storyline.
Like think about Mission Space with like Marines, you know what I'm like, Space Marines, you know what I'm saying, to go capture, you know what I'm saying, the alien creatures and figure out what can hold them, you know what I'm saying, and like how they can be held. Like there's just so many things in detail with this series that they could dive into, I think. Agreed.
Explaining things definitely works. There's a scene right here that I think we all saw that I'm curious to see. The Fly, when it did end up killing Toodles, I guess there's some background info on it. Let's listen in and hear what they say.
We have a creature called the Fly that, like a fly, digests its food on the outside. And so it vomits a kind of acid and then slurps up what's left of you And you know what's special about this creature is that what it eats on its own planet is metals, alloys, minerals.
These flies don't really hurt organic beings like humans.
The fly lives off minerals. It's a bit of an issue for us in our tech lab that is basically made of metal.
It's not necessarily a threat to humanity, but if you're a synthetic creature like the hybrids, now you're a meal.
So this thing is actually exclusively hazardous to synthetics alone.
Yeah. Anything that's metal related, anything that's created with metal alone. So like an alloys, and that in itself, that's what I'm saying. Like these species have got so much in depth of like what they do and don't eat, what they do and don't harm. You see what I'm saying from this series? There's so many questions that go into depth of just like, you know, why is the fly eating the, you know what I'm saying, like all the metal, you know what I mean? And like, but the xenomorphs only go after the humans. You see what I'm saying? Like there's just so many, like the technology and why the species does what it does. I think that is something that's very interesting, and I think that we should definitely expound on that, because I mean there's just so many different reasons why, like the plant, for example, they feed that thing fucking meat. That the plant, they fed it meat. He had a fucking tray of steaks feeding the plant, okay? And with alloys and shit. Like if you saw all the stuff that was all like, so I mean that thing, there's so much shit that we don't know. Like, so it eats both. It eats synthetics and humans, because like you see it, like, so yeah, that might be our apex predator, because you see what I'm saying? The xenomorphs only eat humans. You know what I mean? Like the alien synthetics. I mean, Wendy kicked that thing's fucking ass in the dark. Like, let's be serious. She fucked that thing up. Okay. Like head chopped off, acid everywhere, and she didn't have a fucking scratch or nothing on her. So what level of like what becomes the alpha and what becomes the beta is what I want to know on this level, and like who and why, you know what I'm saying? Like what species and where, because there's so many questions.
Yes, the xenomorph actually killed Wendy. When she did cut his head off, but she also died. Remember they had to resurrect her at the place. Like she was like, remember they had to take her back because she was all of that, the whatever that stuff, that white blood that they have or whatever was coming out of her. Like, yeah, Wendy.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying, like.
No, but she did. You're right.
She did kill that bitch.
She murked that thing in the dark, dude. Like, let's be serious.
She did, absolutely. And
they're kids, so imagine Kirsch or Morrow. You see what I'm saying? Like, no wonder why they're not like, Morrow is just like walking around like, oh, I gotta go get the xenomorph and bag him back up and put him back in his kit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not scared of it. He's like, oh shit, well, you're gonna die. You're human. Sorry, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew all that shit when he was on the ship with them, and that's why he let the captain die, basically, because he's like, sorry, mother, I need the cockpit, the escape cockpit. And then like, yeah, and that in itself too is like, how did he survive inside of the ship with the xenomorph trying to break into there? Like, there's you know what I'm saying? And then it just like pops open and he's like fully fine. This show has so many questions to it, and I think like I'm getting too scientifical with it, and I think that's why I'm enjoying watching it more than it's scaring the shit out of me.
I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I'm glad to hear that. And there are a whole bunch more questions to ponder on and pontificate on, which we will do as the show continues. What episode is it on? I think it's on
4, 5.
No, it's like we got episode 6.
Yeah, episode 4, episode 5. I don't know, but I know that it's not at the end.
Yeah, episode 6 was The Fly.
So we still have much to discuss about this. We still don't know whether or not they're going to make it off the island. If the brothers now going to make some massive, Jurassic Park, Dennis Nedry type of escape over there, blah, blah.
Yeah, 2 episodes left.
2 episodes left?
There's
okay.
8 in the series, so we have 1 and then the season finale. So, I mean, they better start wrapping shit up, because right now everything's kind of everywhere, and I'm on a fucking roller coaster of like, oh shit, we are all going to die.
Yeah, and also, Ty, you've seen all the movies. Real quick, like, yes or no? Is there a bigger alien that is in the movies? Have we met like a apex predator alien?
Bigger.
Prometheus is the only
all of the alien movies were based off of xenomorphs.
Yeah.
So So the Prometheus movie, you saw the people that created
that's the one with Idris Elba.
No. Prometheus doesn't have Idris Elba.
That's a long.
It has the guy who played Magneto in First Class.
Yeah.
James McAvoy. Okay. Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender.
Okay, I remember. Okay, all right.
Okay, so to your point with that, the last resurrection, I think it was, when that girl birthed the fucking xenomorph Prometheus baby, that is the biggest I've seen out of all of the alien species. Remember when she like actually birthed like a human fucking alien baby?
They mixed the DNA. They made a hybrid. They mixed the DNA of the people who made the xenomorphs and the xenomorphs. So it was supposed to be like a so-called perfect thing or whatever. But that was stupid because it was supposed to be perfect, but then you kill it. Like, come on, get out of it. Like I was just I didn't like. Some people like that movie. I didn't like. It was about Alien Romulus.
Romulus, that's the one. Yeah. Okay, Romulus. Well, I for one still am holding on to my bet that this dude right here is a good guy. I just get this strong feeling.
Okay, I didn't know. So I didn't remember Idris.
Hey, okay, tie down. Look at your boy. Look, man, movie trivia is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I know my shit, and I don't even remember much of the movie. But anyway, the point is, there's plenty more episodes for us to discuss with Alien Earth. So tune back on in, check our channel, and make sure y'all stay locked in with us. We're gonna go ahead and peel up out of here for today. It's been a good, long, extended version of the show. Started a little serious, ended a little fun. You know what we didn't get to talk about, which maybe we'll talk about next week, was the Star Trek finale. We didn't talk about it at length, frankly, because I hate to say it. But the finale didn't give like the rest of the season did. But I still recommend that show to anybody. And also, we will continue to speak about Peacemaker in the upcoming week, as that's still a show that we're following. And anything else that pops up, we will be sure to make sure we keep y'all in mind. I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all, especially you, Ty, especially you, Yaz, for pulling up. Yazzy's back, y'all. Yazzy's been here so long. So we get to chat. Thanks to those who pulled up as well earlier. Shout out to Ant, who's not here. Shout out to Kira, who wasn't here. Nolly and Bree did pull up as well earlier. And each and every last one of y'all in the comment section, I want to say thank you for pulling up. And we really appreciate you. I would name you all by name, but you know who you are. I did see that Melody, I almost called her Melody, Harmony had a comment about being in I didn't know you were in Manhattan. Do you drive to Manhattan every day? We got to talk about that. Pull up next week. We're going to ask you more about this because we got a link up coming up pretty soon. But as we always say, guys, be your authentic self, because if you ain't being yourself, guess what? You being fake, and it ain't no honor in that. And in all things, if you a geek, go on ahead, let that geek fly. Quick announcement.
Quick announcement before we leave.
PSA.
I know this is a nerd stream, and we done, but some people in here like sports. If you are a sports fan, tonight is the night that you should be tuning in to Netflix to watch the Crawford and Canelo fight. Please make sure you tune in to Netflix. Crawford and Canelo taking all bets. Let's go.
I don't like how you did that. I don't like that.
Man, listen, man, I had to, man. This could be the fight of the century. This could be the fight of the century.
All right,
could be. Sorry.
Who you got money on, Ty?
Yeah. Oh, Crawford. I'm going Crawford.
We will reconvene this next episode.
Do you think Netflix can support the bandwidth? That's a whole other time. I don't even want to get
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, they did it. They did it for the WWE fight.
Oh yeah, but
that thing was mad televised. So yeah, it was
immaculate.
But the Tyson
there was no
fight.
glitches. Like it was fucking crisp. Like you could see the
Hey, there we go. See, I was like, damn. Yeah, I knew we had some fans in there. That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
Would y'all if we did a broadcast that was about sports, would y'all watch?
Why did you stop the music and act so awkward?
Because I'm like, I've always like never wanted to cross the streams You know,
man,
but Ty is always, he's about to do it right now. He's always like, yo, stop doing that.
Yeah, man, because it makes it seem like you can only be a fan of one thing. It's like got to be either or. And I know for a fact that we've crossed streams, and we've had people from this platform. And shout out to you, Mike, because I've seen you in our sports stream.
The sports joint,
I've seen some of y'all pull up to the sports streams and everything like that. So it is always good to see multifaceted people in our streams, man. I love it, man. You don't have to just be one thing. All right, we love you either way.
100.
All right, cool. I'm glad to hear that because because if we talking Yankees, let me stop. All right, man. I already got us ready to go, so let me go ahead and keep it going, man. Like I already said, be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you're being fake. And that includes whatever kind of geek you is. You know, sports geek, anime geek, book geek, whatever, everything. But most important thing is that you're authentic self. And if you ain't, it's one of the things where I gotta say it all from the beginning or I forget what I'm saying. Be your authentic self. If you ain't being yourself, you're being fake. And in all things, like we always say, you a geek. Go ahead. Let that geek flag fly. Hallelujah.
Listen up. New Blurred. Hold on. Can I do it again? Hey, check out New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. It's the newest thing on the. Sorry, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. Hey, shout out to New Blurred Order. They're a whole vibe. The funniest people, the friendliest people, and also the nerdiest people you ever see. And they're black. Check them out.